Happy Thursday, everybody. One more day till the weekend. You can get through it. We'll do it together. No worries. We got some things to talk about, and it's kind of scattered, guys, but I want to talk about them with you. Some weird shit going on, everybody. All over the place. Something crazy. So I figured we might as well talk about it. Figure it out together. Hope everybody's having a great day today. October 27th of 2022. You're going by quick, guys. Let's see what we can come up with, everybody. What's up, everybody? How are we today? Good to see everybody here. Good to be here. I am doing just fine, Miss CC, the sweetest lady on the internet. Good to see you, Twinkles Star. Welcome. Good to have you here. Holly. How are you, Miss Holly? CC. Thank you for being here, ma'am. Miss Ruth Gosnell. Good afternoon, Mother. How are you today? Good to have you in here. Miss Gladys DePiso. Welcome. Good to have you here. I hope you enjoy yourself. Good to see you. Love to have you come back. Miss Izzy Rose is in the house. Welcome, Izzy. Good to see you, hon. Come on in, everybody. Take a seat. Get comfortable. Grab your coffee. Miss Kim Moran is in the house. Moran. I always do that. Moran. My apologies, Kim. Kim is here, guys. We'll just do it that way. See what happens. Good to have you guys here. Glad to see you guys. Sorry it's a little late. Was kind of busy this morning. Shmooby's here. Good to see you, Shmooby. Good to have you here. Last day at the coast. Enjoy yourself, ma'am. I hope you're doing great. I hope you're having a great time. Yes, Miss Holly. Miss Ruth is my mother. My beautiful mother. That's who she is. I see you got your notification today, Mother. Good to know. Good to know. Good to know. Marin. Like Cheech Marin? Kim Marin. Good deal. Thank you, Kim. I hate butchering people's names. Mainly because my name has been butchered my whole life. My last name is Mayoris. Okay. And it's spelled Mayors. And I have been called, and my mother's here to verify this. I have been called everything but my last name for years. I've been called my sore ass, mayonnaise ass, mayor's ass, all sorts of names. There's a lot of asses on the end of it. But yes. So I hate butchering other people's names. Only because I know how it feels. So I try my hardest, guys. So please accept my apologies for doing it if I do. Come on in, everybody. Come on in. Have a seat. Get comfortable. We're going to talk about some things. Come on in. No need to ring the doorbell. Come on in. Queen Meatball, yes. Yeah. All right. Come on in. You two, come on in. No need to knock. Come on in. Door's open. Let's do this. Good golly, Miss Molly. Good to see you. Good to see you. Good to see you. What do we got? Let's see. Sherry Lee's here. I hope I can, Miss Sherry. I hope I can. I'm sorry you're not feeling well today, ma'am. Yes, I hope you've been enjoying yourself. Capers. Yeah, hear me? I've been listening to Doug. Hope you enjoy yourself. You've been enjoying yourself, Schmooby. You deserve it. Yeah, there's some crappy stuff going around out there, guys. Just be careful. Good to see everybody. Come on in. Come on in. Have a seat. Oh, who's that? No, no, no. We don't want that.
This is only a test.
Okay. Make sure everybody's awake. Is everybody awake? It was just a test. Yeah, who's here? Who's that? Come on in. Come on in. Oh, shit. We got horses and everything coming in here, guys. What about that? Interesting. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Come on in, guys. Have a seat. Do me a favor, everybody. Please, due to the daily fighting with YouTube, please throw a 1 in the chat for me if you did receive a notification today. There you go. That's how you wake everybody up, guys. Come on in. Like I said, throw a 1 in the chat for me, guys, if you could, so I can be sure to argue with YouTube about sending out their notifications like they're supposed to. What are we going to talk about today, I wonder? Yes. We got some stuff to talk about with Debbie, with Billy Ho and Leilani and all of them over there and all of them. Yes, we do. Make sure you guys are awake. I'll try not to be boring. I didn't get one yesterday. My mother didn't get one yesterday either. That's why I do this every so often, to make sure they're doing their job. We got to follow all their rules and regulations, and then they don't want to be. They don't want to do what they're supposed to do. Oh, I can get boring, Twinkles. Believe me, I bore myself sometimes. Yeah, I saw that, Sherry. I appreciate you saying that, Twinkles, but I when I bore myself, then it's got to be boring to you guys. That's all I'm saying. Oh boy. Take your time, Molly. I'll be here. I'm not going anywhere. Yeah, there's so many weird things going on nowadays. I don't know how we're gonna figure these things out, but these things are loud and obnoxious at times. You know that? Come on in. Come on in. Take a seat. Get comfortable. Erie, welcome. Good to see you. Good to see you. I'm so glad that you're choosing us to listen to while you're working. It makes me feel good. The fairy is here, everyone. What the hell is that one? Good Lord, we don't want that. Listening, going to take a nap. Okay. You do that, sir. You probably need some sleep. Good to have you here, though. Appreciate you, sir. Mr. Doug. Oh, no worries, Erie. No worries. All right, we got some people here coming in. Mr. Doug is saying hello to everybody. Good to see you, sir. Have you here? What we're going to talk about today, you guys have to figure this out on your own. There it is. Now, if you guys figure it out, you get the door prize. I have no idea what the door prize is. I know. You get to see my face. You all win. How about that? Oh, I'm just kidding. Ha ha ha. I'm such a funny guy, right? No. No, 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 no. That's Mr. No thanks. That's the comedian. The dude is too funny. Too funny, too funny. Yes, that was Morse code. Very good, Sherry. Coffee. Coffee's good. Coffee is good. Miss Molly's talking to you, Doug. I don't know if you saw that there, or were you talking to me, Molly, and just saying hi to him? Either way. What's up, Mike Talk? Good to see you, brother. Thank you for being here. A little more testosterone in the room, guys. That's always good. Thank you, thank you, thank you, Miss Cece. I appreciate that so much. No worries there. Molly, he said he's going to check. No worries. Oh, it's okay, Molly. There's your answer. How we doing today, Mr. Mike Talk Show? Good to see you, sir. Throw that out there. Thank you, Miss Cece, for that as well. Marie Duffy, welcome. Good to see you. So we got some crazy things going on with these cases lately, you guys. I mean, like literally. Rumblefish, welcome. Good to see you. It's been a while. Good to know, Mike. Yes, 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 yes. I tell you what, that's no lie. Crime and Justice has been getting them lately with her jokes and her one-liners and stuff. I'm telling you, she's picking something up from Doug or something. Either that, or she just got her own humor because she's been doing good lately. I'll tell you, she has been correct. Both of them. Well, I've literally been having every time I'm on panel with them, I have to like mute my mic and drop my video because I end up laughing through half of the show because of the shit that they say. It's ridiculous. And then my side hurts, my back hurts, all of it. Yes. I think it's fair to say that. Is it fair to say that they're funny, both of them? Yeah. Yeah, I watched a little bit of those too, Mike, just to watch and see what they were doing. Ridiculous. I think somebody else got arrested again last night. Thank you, Twinkles. I appreciate that. I've been told that the three of us do well together. I just enjoy doing what I do with them. I think they're awesome. Doug and Crime and Justice are both. Plus, and Miss Lisa with Crimes Under Investigation. She's awesome as well. We're a good team, I feel. I think Doug yesterday pretty much hit the nail on the head with this whole thing with Quentin's case. I think we came up with it. I think I think it's there. I feel like it's there. I feel like the whole scenario, you guys, with the bathtub thing is a ruse per se. And Doug said it himself. I think he's right. I think the swimming pool is the answer, you guys. I think that they were doing some stuff that they shouldn't have been doing. Got too screwed up, and the door was left open or whatever. The baby walked out the door, fell in the pool, and it was more of a cesspool, not a swamp, or in a swamp, not a. Unfortunately, we know what happened probably, and I think that is the answer to what happened. I truthfully do. And the rest we know. I think that's what happened. I really truly think that. It really almost is kind of like Casey Anthony case. It's kind of scary. Yeah, and now there's a ghost. Yes. And you know what? I didn't want to watch it. I did not want to watch it because it's not, it doesn't fit with this, okay? It doesn't belong in this case. We're not going to start ghost hunting while we're trying to deal with, this person that murdered her child, but I watched it. And I'll be damned if I didn't see some weird shit. I told you there's some weird shit going on. I mean, it's clear too. It was very weird. I don't know what the hell it was, but I don't know if somebody's playing with their cutting things here and there. Yeah, right. I don't know. It's ridiculous. To me, truthfully, you guys, it looks like some type of a light diffraction. Truthfully, there's supposedly it's in one of Dolly's videos from last night. I think it was. What's up, stranger? Good to see you, brother. Um, I that's C. Yeah, that's exactly what it was. That's what I figured too, Doug. It's a light refraction. That's all it is. And you can see how it comes across the yard. There's so many headlights and stuff out there and windows and stuff, and they're making it out to be this crazy. It's weird. It does look weird, you guys, but come on. Let's be realistic here. I don't want to, put a damper on anybody's party that thinks that this is a damn ghost, but we're not going to add that into this. It doesn't belong there. This is a little boy's life that was lost. We don't need to throw any kind of other crap in here. Yeah, it's definitely right. See, everybody agrees then. Good. I'm glad that nobody's actually jumping on the train trying to say, that's why I didn't want to watch it, because it's being broadcast. It's being titled as some kind of serious actual ghost thing. And this is just like, come on. This is not the place or the time to do these kind of things. You got to take this serious. Thank you, Izzy. It is bullshit. Yeah, Mike. Yeah. Yeah, I watched it a couple times after I saw it the first time. And he's, like I said, I don't normally have any issues with Dolly, but he's playing it off like, it's like, come on, dude. That's not why you went there. We're not going to take anything away from this case. And that's what that does, is it draws attention away from what the serious point to this is. And we don't need to do that. Yeah, right. And he says right on there, it's not clickbait, but it is. It's exactly what it is. He knows everybody in the world's going to jump on that and go look at it because of that. Good morning, Joy Perry. Good to see you. Yeah, right. No, I get it. I get it, CC. I get it. There's been a lot of speculation, but this, what was come up with yesterday in No Thanks live stream, makes the most sense. Out of everything we've talked about and everything we've looked at, it makes the most sense, guys. It really does. We all heard the audio. If you didn't, I'll let you guys hear it. We can kind of do a review of Doug's stream yesterday and go over that. There was audio. There was a phone call between Billy Joe and Bubba. There's Miss Heather. Good to see you, hon. Who is, for those of you that don't know, Leilani's ex, Quentin's father. Billy Joe had a phone call with him, and in the audio, she says, "I feel strongly about this. I believe what happened is that it had something to. There was an accident with the bathtub. That they were high, really high, and Quentin drowned in the bathtub. That's what she says." Again, another narrative that this has been turned to. And I think, like I said yesterday when it was said, and that's when Doug hit the nail on the head, in my opinion. I believe that she said that to take the neglectfulness out of it, I guess you could say, not for lack of better words, okay? And what that means is if you come out and say, well, we were high, both of us were really high, and forgot about him in the bathtub and he drowned. Okay, it sounds bad, but if you talk about the swimming pool, that sounds worse. Okay, they're both bad. They both sound bad, no matter how you look at it. You know, I know this. What I'm saying might not make sense, but it does. Leilani made one big mistake. She said, "If it comes, conclusion I'm responsible." Yeah, well, it's coming. I agree, Mike. It's coming. It's definitely coming. Because I don't know if for whatever reason she thought she was going to get out of this. She had to know people weren't going to let this go, and they're not. We're not. Not for the sake of Quentin. It can't. It can't be let go. So, well, and that's part of what we were talking about, Twinkles. That's part of what the think tank is talked about. What we're going to talk about today. Um, it, it may have been something that happened the night before. It may have been something that happened early in the morning, first thing in the morning. It may have been, I don't, who knows, you know? Um, it's hard to say, but we're going to talk about it, guys. Thank you, Miss Heather. I appreciate that, guys. Again, guys, for anybody that wants to support me and or the channel, it's much appreciated. Um, so as well are the super chats, super stickers, and all that. Again, I'm not going to be getting those for a while. So I'm still posting the Cash App and the PayPal for anybody that is interested in supporting me in the channel. It's much appreciated, guys. Thank you very much for putting that up. What do we got here? Mike says, I feel Brother Michael involved knows the truth, just like Billy Joe and others. This just another drug addict murder case like Maya Robertson. I can agree with you, Mike. I can. Definitely. Ronnie Lawson. It's almost true, is he? Yeah, that's true. Very true. That's all they've been doing, Sherry, in my opinion, is they've been digging their holes deeper and deeper and deeper. Yeah, that is crazy too, Mike. Same protesters in Indiana, Tennessee, and Georgia. No lie. No lie at all. Right. I got you, Kim. She didn't bother with these kids at all. That's not even an argument. These kids, none of these kids had a chance from the moment they came out of the womb, you guys. We know that. Just by watching these people the way they are. No worries, Izzy. You don't have to explain it all. And that's just perfectly fine with me. Perfectly fine with me. The fact that you're here means more than anything. And I appreciate that you're here every time I go live. If you can be, it's much appreciated, guys. All of it. Um, I think we got a decent amount of peeps in here now. I hope everybody's having a great day so far. I hope you guys had a great night as well. I agree, Sherry. I agree. I absolutely agree. Mm-hmm. Yeah, absolutely, Mike. That's a fact. I can't remember who. Well, I think it was Dolly was complaining about the mosquitoes and saying he's going to come back with a big trailer and all sorts of things next time. And it's like, okay, if you say so. What like I said, I don't have um, I don't have issues with Dolly usually. The whole ghost thing kind of irritates me, but it's taken away from what they're there for. It's taken away from what the reason, the real reason is, and it's about Quentin. And it should be nothing more than about Quentin. None of this should be. And it hasn't been. The protesting hasn't been about Quentin. It's about these people, and other things. And it's just it's too much. So yes, Miss Izzy. Yeah, he is. Dolly is a likable guy, but that's just going too far. I'm sorry. I'm absolutely sorry. Right. Yeah, you're a true crime channel, not a paranormal channel. Let's not intermingle the two things out there like that. If you're gonna, I do that kind of stuff too, but I'm back here behind a keyboard, and I'm not trying to draw away from another case by doing it. It's just no. Full attention needs to be about Quentin. Period. End of story. Nothing more, nothing less. And that's really all I'm going to say, because I'm not going to change my mind about that at all. Not at all. Really kind of irritated me, to be honest with you guys. Oh, sorry, everybody. Miss Joy Perry, thank you so much. We got the conductor on the train that we don't have, everybody. First super chat of the day. Thank you, Miss Joy Perry. That is awesome. Much appreciated. Very much appreciated. Very, very much appreciated. All right. Oh, yeah. I agree with that one too, Izzy. He's going to end up getting arrested if he's not scary. If he's not careful, I'm sorry. Yep. That's absolutely right, Miss Heather. It looks terrible on the grandmother partying with her daughter, acting clueless and speculating on how said daughter may have unalived or caused the death of this baby. That's a fact. Yeah, I agree, Mike. I do. I do agree. And I'm sorry, I don't care what she says, how she acts, any of that. She doesn't care. None of them do. That's just saying, guys. I'm not trying to be mean. I'm not trying to this person. She's going through it. She's not. Your actions. I've always been taught. My mother's in here. She'll say it too. Actions speak louder than words, guys. Their actions have proved a lot. They speak volumes. So it is what it is. Thank you, Miss Izzy. I appreciate that. Very much so. Uh-oh, Miss Cece with the super sticker. Yeah. Thank you, Miss Cece. Very much appreciated. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you so very much. Let's get that. Never did understand the difference between the super sticker and the super chat and whatever, but thank you, Miss Cece. Very much appreciated. I didn't watch it for more than just a few minutes, Joy, but I think one person at least that I know of, and uh, Bullhorn Piggy, was screaming and yelling at the cops and doing this and doing that. I mean, it's ridiculous. The whole thing is ridiculous. Betty wanted effective rally. She should get Baca involved, but instead they ruin any good rally for Quentin on site. And I agree, rally at police station more effective now. That's true. That is true. Another one, Miss Cece. Oh my goodness. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Very much appreciated, my dear. Very much. Yes, she is. I agree. Definitely too much, Twinkles. Way too much. I don't like that either. His name is not Q. He's not a letter of the alphabet. Um, he's already lost so much. We can at least give him the dignity of calling him by his name, Quentin, not Q. That's disrespectful in my opinion. I'm sorry. And I don't want to see anybody doing it in here. I'll ask you please not to, as I'm sure most of you won't. Um, his name is Quentin Simon. That's what we call him. They sure did, and I made sure on that. I called 911 because they tried to jump the fence, trying going after Michael and Leilani. I watched a whole lot. Wow, that happened last night? See, that's what I'm talking about. That's ridiculous. There's no reason for that. Welcome, Dory. Good to see you. No reason whatsoever that needs to go on. Absolutely none. Yes, yes. Thank you, Miss Heather. Go green for me. Hit the join button. Become an official Dago fam member. That's appreciated. Come on, be an official meatball, guys, and jump on in the sauce with the rest of us. We got a lot of green in here so far. We're doing great with the memberships, guys. I appreciate that, you guys. Very much so. Mm-hmm. That's crazy, Mike. All right, guys, excuse me for one quick moment. I'll be right back with you. Sorry about that, everyone. All right, we got a pretty good size house here. Excuse me. Give me a moment. All right. What's going on over here? Oh, I'm sorry to hear about that, Izzy. I hope everything works out. Say an extra prayer for you. And we'll all send good vibes that direction for you. Absolutely. Thank you so much, Miss Kim. Again with the super sticker. Very much appreciated, Kim. Very much. Welcome, Miss Raynona from Oklahoma. It's good to see you. Welcome. Good to see you again today, as always. Always lovely to have you here. All right, we're going to go back, like I said, talk about what we talked about with Doug and Crime and Justice yesterday in regards to Billy Joe's call with Bubba. There will be, Kim. You do get the higher I think the membership goes, you get different. It would be cool to see a meatball sticker though, but you'll get. That's what the icons are going to be as soon as I can get them. I'm talking about doing. People want to do meatball T-shirts, and I'm thinking, well, I guess the merchandise thing that can happen. I've had somebody that's offered to help do T-shirts. Miss Holly said something about that. We might be able to do some meatball shirts, guys. I'd wear one. Of course, I'm the king meatball. But, you know, I think it'd be an idea. Somebody in there said that their favorite word was fugazi. And I say it all the time just as a joke. So maybe we'll throw that on there too. It's a fugazi. No, Miss Raynona, unfortunately, they have not. That's what everybody's saying, Heather. We'll see if we can get together. Of course, I love my coffee cups. I want to get a meatball coffee cup. We'll have to talk about it, Miss Holly, and work something out that way. Absolutely, Miss Rose or Miss Izzy. Sorry about that. I wish they would have. I really wish they would have, Raynona. That's one of the things that we lose sleep over sometimes. These things just coming to an end a little quicker. They're just not doing it. So all we can do is keep throwing our prayers out there and wish for the best and hope that we get these things together. Yeah, we'll have to talk about it, Holly, about doing some T-shirts. Some meatball T-shirts. Be a good idea. I got some ideas. We'll talk about it, guys. You guys throw your ideas out there. What you guys think would look good on the meatball T-shirts and what colors we should do. I think white would be good, but that's up to. What's up, Faith? Good to see you. And what you guys want on them, and we'll work something out. I guess it's starting to be that time where I need merchandise now. A few people have told me that. Coffee cups and T-shirts and hats or whatever. We'll figure it out. Yeah, I was actually thinking that yesterday, Dory. Where you can get a combo price for both. You get a T-shirt and a coffee mug, or a hat, or these things that I use constantly. I can't think of what coolers or what. I can't think of what these are called. Yes, I do have to update the perks and get those worked out too. This is all new for me, guys. I didn't expect it to be as popular as it was. And I wasn't thinking about those things. I was just a Tumblr. Thank you, Heather. Um, I'm very happy that it is. Believe me, I am. And I'll get all these things together. It's just a lot to deal with in the beginning without knowing what you're doing, And I do have good teachers, guys. I'll gotta give that. I've gotten quite a bit of help from Doug and Crime and Justice. Doug is a great teacher when it comes to these things. I'm not the best learner in the world. I'm trying. It's just a lot to take in at one time, but I'm getting there. And I promise, like I said, the promise I made to you guys before, I will continue to grow and get better as I grow for you guys to make it the best experience that I possibly can for you guys. So, whoa! Welcome, Veda. Good to have you. Is that a sticker? Or chat. Thank you so much, Beta Chick. I appreciate that very much. That is awesome. That'll help with the t-shirts, guys. For sure. I appreciate you, Beta Chick. Very much so. We all appreciate you. We're glad to have you here. I hope you enjoy the channel. Or are enjoying the channel. I'd love to see you more often. Thank you so much. Very much appreciated. More than you know. Oh, I must have missed one. John Loria. I appreciate that as well, my friend. We're going to throw that out a couple times there. There we go. Thank you so much, guys. I missed that much when I ran in the kitchen to grab my cup. So awesome. All right, we are set. That's very kind of you, Beta. I really do appreciate that. Way more than you'll understand. Oh, okay. Well, thank you, Dory. I appreciate that. This girl does a lot of good work and very research, and we use a lot of each other's stuff. She's very helpful to me, research-wise, so I appreciate her very much, and I'm glad that you appreciate the channel too, very much so. Again, thank you very much, Beta. That was very appreciated. All right, guys, back to the what we was doing. I got a little distracted there. Okay. And again, guys, please let me know if you can hear this. I just want to make sure the audio is right. And I realized, like I said yesterday, unfortunately, StreamYard has a tendency to pull and draw your. Wait a minute. What did I do here? It draws your audio down for whatever reason. I don't understand why it does that, but it does. So we're going to hope that it works well. Where'd it go? There it is. Okay. All right, all right. Again, guys, please let me know right away if you're having trouble hearing this.
A designated search deck for officials to look through in piles. Again, Michael talked about that today. Again, it was very interesting. There's nothing to show here, it says. Hold on. Wait a minute. Actually, you know what we can do? Just go straight to my YouTube. All right. Be better for audio. Do it this way. Renona from Oklahoma. Is Patty from Ohio here? Are you guys cousins? Related? Are you related?
I haven't seen Patty. Where is Patty? Is she late?
Patty's in Ohio. I know where she is. I just don't know where she is now. Well, we know where she is now, but I don't know where she's now on YouTube.
Right.
If that makes sense. All right. Play.
This works. Just make sure you guys let me know. I figured it would get quiet. I noticed it yesterday, and that's when the sound drops. As soon as you go into StreamYard and you share any kind of streams or screens, sorry, that the audio drops way low, which is not cool. So anyway, we're going to try it this way instead. All right, and again, let's see what we got now. Let's try it now and see what you guys. All right. As soon as somebody talks.
Okay, yeah. Okay. Roger that.
Nobody was talking, so hold on.
Writing behind this.
Is that any better? I know you can hear my damn clock in the background.
Share my screen. Present the screen.
Present.
Are you waving at me right now?
Hold on, everybody. Let me show you. This is the one thing about this that drives me insane. Let's see if this might change things up a little bit. All right, now, thank you so much, Miss Cece. I much appreciate it. Again. Hey, tell me if you can hear that okay.
I saw that. I thought you hit that button and a present popped up. I was disappointed.
Present, I know, right?
Present.
It's like the whole dessert and desert got me.
Right?
Is that good?
Presents? What? It says click here for present.
Right.
No presents.
Yes? No?
Present day. All right, so this is what we're about to hear is a leaked phone call.
Okay, good deal.
Between Billy Joe and her husband.
No.
About
no.
Things happened to Quentin.
Right.
That was just a mistake. He fixes it here in a minute. It wasn't between her and her husband. It was between Billy Joe and Quentin's father, Bubba. Henry Bubba Moss. Jesus, I sounded like him. Henry Bubba Moss. There we go. Lord, can't talk today. Anywho, and this is a conversation she had with him in regards to what happened with Quentin, what she thinks happened with Quentin, and some other things she had to say. Doug describes it all very well. And as I said, I think we kind of hit the nail on the head with it kind of broke it open a little bit in a sense with what Doug came up with yesterday. I was very impressed with that, how that happened too. It makes a whole hell. When he said it, a light bulb turned on in my head. And I think that happened with all of us, to be honest with you, because it makes the most sense with anything that we've talked about yet with this case, guys. So, thank you, Raynona. My wife loves that clock, too. She really does. It's about time to change it up, though, for the holidays. It's got holiday music built into it, and you guys will be hearing that all winter long. So, we're going to hit this again, and we're going to talk about it, guys. Thank you again, guys, for being here. I love you guys so much.
I feel strongly about that. I feel, honestly and truthfully, I ain't gonna lie to you, I feel like there was an accident. I feel like something happened while Quentin was in the bathtub and he drowned. And both died. I feel strongly about that. I feel, honestly and truthfully, I ain't gonna lie to you, I feel like there was an accident. I feel like something happened while Quentin was in the bathtub and he drowned, and they were both high.
Okay. She says, I feel like something happened to Quentin in the bathtub while they were both high.
Yeah.
But if you guys remember, Danny apparently put the kids in the bath, and Leilani was sleeping.
Yeah, that was the story that was told.
So,
and this, you guys, right here, is what the biggest debate is on with everything, because Ellie, social media, everything has screwed this up so many times. It's frustrating that nobody really knows for a fact some of this stuff. And this is the biggest thing right here. We're trying to figure out for sure who went where, when, why, what time. The timeline is screwed up, all of it. So this is one of the biggest questions right here with this whole thing. So
if they were up and both high, that means that she was up and she faked being asleep longer, couldn't wake her up, or is that just part of the story? And he really didn't leave at 6 a.m. He left his phone home after the 5:29 text, goes to...
Izzy, it's a great question, honestly, because she doesn't care. And we've all kind of proven that. We've all come to that conclusion. They don't care. She doesn't care. And that's my I'm sorry, I should have done that, Miss Cece, for the last one. I'm not sure who did Raynona, but I believe it was Saturday is when that happened. Okay. And I'm not sure how it happened, but it did. But yeah, that's one of the biggest deals right there, Miss Izzy, is that it doesn't... I don't think they care at all, guys. I really don't. I agree, Twinkles. I don't think any of them care, nor do I ever think they cared. Please do, Rumble. I appreciate seeing you. It's great to see you again. We'd love to have you here on a regular basis. It's definitely an interesting conversation when you're in here. So, or when we're all in here. So come on back anytime, please. You're welcome. I agree, Cece. The mother and the grandmother only care about themselves. I don't like to attach the word mother to anything that they have to do with, because they don't deserve that term, in my opinion. Other than if you add the F word after it. That's the only thing I think. Just saying. I'm be honest with you guys. These two are the worst. And I mean worst. No problem, Rumble. Anytime. It's great having you.
Discards of the body somewhere else, and then she goes to the dumpsters with other stuff, and then that's where the story starts. I mean, Danny's got to be involved in this somehow.
Exactly.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, I don't see how he's not. He's got to have some role in this somewhere.
And that's another reason why I wanted to go over this again, guys, is because I have a very strong feeling, and I have from the beginning, that Danny is involved in this. Very much involved in this. I can't let that go. You guys know how I am about something. When I feel something strongly and I'm passionate about it, I don't let it go. That feeling is very strong for me with Danny.
I feel strongly about that. I feel, honestly, and truthfully, I ain't gonna lie to you, I feel like there was an accident. I feel like something happened while Quentin was in the bathtub and he drowned, and they were both high.
There's no sadness behind this. Her even saying
nothing.
This is what happened.
No emotion.
You know what I mean? None of that.
Not at all.
I wonder if she was trying to chew off her bottom lip like she was in her interview.
Possibly.
What was that?
I don't know. Like she's got a floating jaw or something.
Like Lockjaw from her prostitute days.
Mm.
Oh, Lord. Flashbacks, I don't know.
That's what happens when you eat clam. That stingrays.
Oh, right.
Exclusive interview says if you're...
That was a big question that we had, and my theory on that...
You stupid grandmother.
Personally, Danny was supposedly 18 to 20 minutes late for work that day. Okay? Izzy says, I wonder if he took the baby somewhere on his way to work, but didn't go to work. My understanding. There we go. That's the problem. We don't have the complete facts on that whole scenario there. At one point in time, Diana said she saw him driving back towards the house, going past her house. So we don't know exactly where he went. I do not feel, you guys, and this is me, and only me. This is only my opinion. Nobody else has to go with this. Nobody has to agree with me. For whatever reason, I don't feel like Quentin is in that landfill. And I feel strongly about that. I don't think he's there, guys. I don't think, unfortunately, I don't even want to say this out loud, but because of circumstances being what they are, I don't think that even pieces of him are there, to say it like that. is sad, but it's unfortunately the way you have to say it. I absolutely feel Danny's involved, Joy, and I have to wonder if he's the one that may have done the disposal. Okay. Unfortunately. Thank you, Miss Heather, very much so. I don't want to think that, Twinkles, but that's a very, very high possibility. What's happening, Pitbull? Good to see you. That's a very high possibility that they won't find him. And see, I think that these two are banking on that because they think that's why I think they're so confident. I think that they feel that if they don't find a body, that they're off the hook. That's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. I'm just saying they'll find some way to prosecute them with some charges. I promise that. That's going to be a fact, you guys. It's going to be a fact. That's very possible too, Joy. Disposed of at an out of town landfill, maybe. See, Doug made a good comment yesterday, and I really agreed with it too. That maybe, and it's because of Crime and Justice stating that one of the neighbors said that they found in one of their garbage cans the clothes that Quentin was wearing, the Sesame Street outfit, and they were wet. Okay. Now, here's the thing, guys. If it was in the bathtub, there would be no clothes. You don't take a bath in your clothes, guys. Okay? You don't. So that's why and where the swimming pool situation really makes sense. I think she just used the bathtub to make it seem less serious, more like an accident. Okay, that's what we've heard, Izzy. How I don't know for sure. Neither did Crime and Justice. Okay, but I'm thinking that if that's the case, and Leilani, thank you, Christine. I appreciate it and welcome. It's good to have you here. I do that purposely. One of my big things is to fully interact with my chat. I always have, and I will continue to. That's part of what I do. So thank you for that. I appreciate that you noticed that too. But we'll go with the fact that a neighbor found his clothes wet in their garbage can. Okay, so therefore, what did Leilani do? Well, Leilani, I think, if she found him in the pool, her clothes are wet too. And if you guys saw the pool, it was full of the green crap. I have a pool and I get it too. I can't think of the name of it right now. Algae and all that crap that grows in your pool. God knows what else is in that nasty ass pool that they have. But their clothes were covered with it, I'm sure. So she probably took and threw away her clothes down there, put his clothes in that garbage can, thinking nobody's going to look there. Welcome, Brandy. Good to see you. And welcome, Daisy. Good to have you here. I haven't checked, but I will check, Daisy, for sure. I have footage of 1 second, wherever. What's that say there? I have footage of the protesters saying they're being paid by Betty to be there. The host is that is interesting. It's not. I don't doubt that either. I definitely don't doubt it. Miss Heather, if you want to put my link for my email down in the chat for me, please, I would definitely appreciate that. Let me see something real quick. What's up, Becca? Good to see you, hun. Thanks for being here. Appreciate you. I mean, I agree with you to an extent, Joy, but that's pretty sad if you're paying people to go out there to protest. It really is. That just proves another reason why that doesn't need to be. There we go. Thank you, Miss Heather. I appreciate that, hon. There's my email, guys. If you guys want to drop me anything, reach me, get a hold of me, that's my email. Please do. Where'd it go? All right, let me see. I don't see it as of right now, Daisy, but I'm sure I will. I don't want nothing to do with the GOP. I'll go back here in a little bit and look again. Oh, it's been out of hand, Joy. I agree. It's getting ridiculous. Really, really ridiculous. It's turning into something. I mean, it was already something that didn't need to happen, but it's really, really getting crazy now. It was about Dolly's lot. Oh yeah, I did get that, Daisy. I did. I talked about that a little bit ago already. I think it's kind of ridiculous. I watched it. I didn't even want to really, but I watched it. I think it's ridiculous that to me it's a reflection. That's what it looks like to me. There she is, Miss Lisa. Hello, hello. It's a reflection. I mean, you can tell by the way it comes across the yard. Gotcha, Daisy. Thank you for sending it to me. I really appreciate it. I don't like the fact that he's turning it into something else with that. Again, I don't have an issue with Dolly, guys. He gets a little crazy. Oh, I didn't even realize that. At least I'm sorry. But I think he gets a little crazy. But for the most part, he means well. You know, I feel at least. But I think that is going too far when you're turning it into something like that. And that's what it is too, Pitbull. It's a reflection. There's so many car lights there and windows. I mean, it's got to be. It's just a reflection. Yeah, exactly. Definitely. Let's not. The thing that upsets me about this is that they're turning something that's serious, the loss of a child's life, into a ghost story. Come on, let's not do that. That's what irritates me with this. It was definitely weird and it was trippy, for sure. I looked at it and I was like, wait a minute. So I'm looking, and as you see the headlights moving and stuff like that, you can tell what it is. It's just it's what it is. So I don't know. It just kind of bothers me that he's going to do that and then say at the same time that he's there for Quentin, because that's not what that is, guys, and that angers me a little bit. That's a good point there, Joy. Maybe Sammy from Tahoe was Danny's sister. Uh-huh. Right, Izzy, right. It is a lot easier, Miss Lisa. Very much easier. By the way, I'm sorry I didn't realize that you were doing a live stream. I didn't get a notification, or I would have been over there with it to see it. But my apologies. What was I gonna do? Yeah. Let's get back to this a little bit. Yeah, absolutely, Lisa. No worries. Hold on a minute. I have to move this first. Let me do that. There's that. That. All right, the link is right there. And let me bring this back up over here. Thank you, Ms. Heather. Welcome, Veronica. Good to have you here again. No, it did take me off guard for a minute, Daisy. I'll say that. Don't get me wrong. I had to look at it for a minute. And I watched it, and I reversed it, and I played it forward, and I watched it like 3 times, and that's when I came up with it. It's just a light refraction. That's all it is. But I appreciate you sending it to me. They jumped all over that like it was nothing and played it out for whatever they could. And it just completely takes the attention off of the fact of the reason why they're there. And I don't like that. That's especially when it comes to a 20-month-old child that lost his life. That's what bothered me. So, but yeah, Daisy, it was definitely interesting, and it was thing that happens a lot. There's a lot of those things that happen that way, and sometimes it's hard to differentiate. But that's why we got to look at them like that. And I appreciate you sending it to me. Are you there, Lisa? There you are. I see you. I can't hear you, but I see you.
Sorry, now try.
Hello.
That better?
There you are.
Hello.
Yes, that got bad.
Hello, lovely people.
How are you today?
I am great, thank you.
Wonderful. Thank you again, Miss Heather. I appreciate that. Where'd it go? There it is. Okay. All right. Now, basically, what we're doing, Lisa, is reviewing the leaked phone call between Billy Ho and Bubba,
Yeah.
and kind of breaking it down a little bit and talking about that. That's all.
Okie dokies. Sounds good to me.
I will do that. Forever trolling. I appreciate that for sure. Welcome, Bonnie. Good to see you.
Hey, Bonnie. How are you, love? Hello, Yvonne.
I'm not sure, Joy Perry, why they're not talking to Danny. I've said like for a week, 2 weeks now, they need to bring him back. I really strongly feel they need to bring him back, and they need to talk to him in a bad way. I felt that way since he was let go wherever he went. Thank you, Heather. Yes, again, guys, if you haven't, please sub to Miss Lisa's channel, Crimes Under Investigation. Check her out. She's got a great channel going, just like everybody else. She's part of the team, guys. A very important part of the team, and she's got theories, great opinions. Check it out.
Thank you, Heather. Thank you, Joe.
Yes, man. I agree, Becca. That is miss me with that bullshit. If it was an accident, you call it, yeah. And that's pretty much what Bubba kind of asks when she says this to him. So, and I want to know, and that's the thing, guys. If it was an accident, trolling emails. Okay, yeah, I got it, Heather. I seen it. Thank you, trolling. Okay, no worries, trolling. I appreciate it. Let me get through this video, and we'll see what we got going on. I will check it out for sure, and definitely do something with it. I appreciate it.
Hang on, Izzy. Now, see, this is where I'm confused. If you remember the first time I jumped up and we were talking about all this.
Mm-hmm.
Remember I asked whether the grandmother had them through the courts, the children?
Yes.
Because I still cannot find any legal thing about her having them originally, not the one where they took the kids from them, but prior to that, when just grandma had them. And apparently it was an arrangement between the grandmother and the daughter.
So there was no court mandation.
Well, not as far as I can find, and not that I've heard anybody say it. And the only legal documents I've seen are the ones from when they took all the kids this time.
That's what she went to court for just recently, right?
Yeah. Yep.
Okay, so then if there's no court, well, that's kind of, what the hell did I do with that?
And like I said, if it never went to court, then she won't be charged.
No, she wouldn't
for leaving the kids.
No, she wouldn't. If it never went to court, then she would not get charged for anything.
No.
It would be all on Nilani. But I thought it did. I'm I never
See,
did look for it because I just didn't think to.
No, the night I mentioned it to you, somebody in chat said, yeah, it was legal, it went through the court. But I have never seen that on, nobody's mentioned that or showed, I'll rephrase that, nobody showed proof of that.
Yeah, I don't remember seeing the documents either.
No.
Holly. I never even thought
No,
about
I've only, yeah, the only documents I've seen about custody was when they were taken this time after Quentin went missing.
it. Yeah,
Prior
right.
to that, yep, prior to that, nothing.
Which is why I never bothered to look for it, because somebody in chat said it was legal, so I just figured somebody saw it already and it was not even worth taking the time to look at, but I guess I was wrong. So I could have swore we saw some kind of document, though, before that. Maybe that wasn't it.
No, I saw the documents about the child support.
Right.
Not about custody.
Yeah, she's right, Holly. That is what that was for. Shit.
Mm-hmm.
Damn, that sucks. I'm have to go back and dig again then.
Yep.
That's not cool.
Or ask Crime and Justice to have a dig
Yeah,
as well,
for sure.
and see what she can find.
Yeah, because if there is no legal documentation and it wasn't done through the courts, guys, she's scot-free on that.
Oh, yeah.
There will be no charges unless she gets charged with interfering with a police investigation. If she did something, and that's even going to be a reach and a stretch.
Mm-hmm.
So Billy Ho might get off scot-free on this.
Yep, could do.
Unreal. I never even thought to look for that because I had heard from multiple people that it was done through the court. It was all legal. Everything was good. And I thought that that's what the initial child support paperwork was about in regards to, too. So therefore, again, another reason why I didn't even think about it,
Mm-hmm.
Shit. Well, that kind of sucks.
It does, doesn't it?
Yeah, it really does, actually. Well, damn.
It's a bit scary now.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry to throw the spanner in your work there.
Because she knows if that's the case, then she really does. That would explain a lot more the reason why she's so confident.
Yes.
Yeah, that's right, Izzy. That is a fact. That's why you never assume.
Yep.
Shame on me for that. I should know better. But like I said, multiple people said it was legal, documented. Mm-hmm. And then we saw that one set of documents, and I, for whatever reason, thought that those two just kind of went together. And she went to court, and I never even thought about that until you just now said that. So,
well, see, I didn't argue the point because at that point I didn't know.
Right.
But I have looked everywhere, and so far I have not seen one person produce anything to prove that that went to court.
Right.
Or went through court, I will say. The only documents I have seen are the same documents you've seen, the child support.
Yeah. So,
and
so then, okay, we're going to back up just a tad bit then, and we're going to say that Quentin and... Okay, so when she went to court this last time, that order
Mm-hmm.
was in regards to... what are the other kids' names? I'm sorry.
Zane and Sky.
And Sky. So that she had custody of those two. And was getting child support for those, or she didn't. She was getting custody of those two and was getting child support for those two.
No. The child support was for Zane and Quentin. The papers that you saw was for Sky and Zane to be removed out of their care and put in foster care.
That's what it was.
Yes.
So the child support ordered that's a court order, but wouldn't the court ordered child support have to be based on a court ordered custody document too?
No, it can be done through an agreement.
I'll be damned. See, that's why I didn't think anything of it, because I thought it had to be done based on a court mandated custody order.
Nope.
Shit.
If you have an agreement and you have the children, you have the right to go and get child support for them.
So you can do that just on a personal agreement and get child support that way too? I did
Yep.
not know that. Okay.
Yep. If you can prove you have the children and you're supporting them, you have every right to ask for child support.
I'll be damned.
Mm-hmm.
Now, do you think that the courts would look at her, even though it was not mandated by them, as being the custodial person and maybe hold her liable for that? If it was just a personal agreement?
Yep. She would have to. I mean, realistically, she put them children in danger, didn't she?
Exactly. That's why we were all thinking that if it was court mandated, that it would be there would be charges, but maybe.
But even, sorry.
No, it's okay. Maybe being that it was a personal agreement and that there was child support mandated through the court will recognize it as a legal issue, and maybe they will still hold her liable as a custodial not parent per se, but the custodial guardian, and give them, maybe then they'll push charges for that.
Yeah, well, they're going to ask her why there was an agreement between them.
Right.
Why did she feel it necessary to intervene between her daughter and her children?
And then in that
and
case,
why she, yeah,
yep,
and she
yeah,
would have to tell them it's for this reason. I couldn't trust her with the children. She was
right.
neglectful, whatever.
So then they should ask her, then why'd you leave her alone with them, right? Okay.
Yep.
In that case,
you can still be charged for the same thing,
okay,
although it's not done through the court because she did have custody of them on agreement from the mother herself.
The mother. So hopefully the courts will look at that and they will push charges against her then. Okay. What a mess, right?
Yep.
What
it
a
is
mess.
Rather.
It is kind of bad news, Raynona. I do agree, but all we can do is pray that the court looks at this and is so disgusted with this whole situation that they do push for charges to be pressed against her because of neglect, the child endangerment. Well, shit. There's a few charges she can get hit with for this.
Heather, you can be the legal custodian of children in an agreement.
Right.
So it makes you the legal custodian. And like I said, if you can prove that the children are living with you and that you are looking after them, which I'm guessing Leilani and her mother had a written agreement because she would have needed that to, one, claim child support, and two, to prove that she did have custody of the children. Or they
and
were
for
in
it
her
to be
care.
legal and binding, it would have to have been notarized, correct?
Yep.
Okay. Which can be done. I mean.
Yep. It doesn't have to go through the court.
Right. Okay. We're going to have to look into that a little bit more too. But interesting, though. Thank you for bringing that up, Lisa. I had no clue.
No, that's all good.
Because typically, like around here, it always goes through the court. I've never really heard of other than like just word of mouth type agreement, like my mom's keeping the kids for a while. And typically it ends up being that eventually there will be a court scenario and that person ends up getting full or temporary custody of the children. And then it just goes from there. But this is definitely a circus, Cece. There's no lie.
Yep. And that scenario happens more than what you know.
Probably, yeah. I agree. We'll have to see. That puts a little damper on things because I was banking on the fact that this was a court mandated scenario and that the court's going to look at her and say, why did you leave her after we told you not to? And so, yeah, that's going to change things.
Sure.
That's definitely going to change things. But again, guys, all we can do is hope and pray that the judge is so disgusted with this whole thing that something comes down from it.
Yep.
Holly said she's digging now.
Thank
Many
you.
news sources claiming there's legal documents, but
But
no
nobody's
one,
produced them.
right? No one is sharing them. I wonder if that would be public knowledge if we could actually just pull that up ourselves without having to FOIA it.
Oh, that could be the other problem. But then again, they got the last lot, didn't they? Where
Yeah.
they took the kids.
Yes. Yes, that is a fact. Thank you once again, Miss Cece, for another super sticker. That's so awesome. Thank you so very much. You guys are so very generous today. I appreciate that so much. Believe me, I really do.
Look at you go.
Yeah, I guess.
The vodka chick. Wow.
Mm-hmm.
That was
Very,
so
very,
lovely of her.
very much so. Very, very grateful.
See,
Believe
you're
me.
so loved.
I guess so. I sure feel like I am right now. It's very much appreciated, guys. It is more than you guys know. I wish there was a way
That's
to express
fantastic.
it. Yes, I'm very, very happy with that. Yep. Why? I don't want that. This phone does not do what it's supposed to do. Sorry, guys. Stop doing that. Damn it. Family courts want civilized people that can work it out. It cuts them out. Uh-huh. Yeah, that's true, Daisy. They try that
Yep.
at least, but this is a whole different scenario. Again, thank you, Miss Cece. Um, wow, that really kind of puts a damper on. That's crazy. I never would have thought of that, Lisa, until you said something.
It's just that, like I said, I bring it up when we first started talking about this, and I have yet to see somebody prove it with
Right,
documents.
right. We're gonna have to look for that ourselves, and I guess personally look for it instead of wait to see if somebody's gonna show it.
Mm,
Yes, that's a fact. Raynona said, "Right, you are, Lisa. Very good."
sorry to put a damper in your
No, I
words.
mean we need to know the truth and the facts, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Veronica says if DHS is involved, it changes everything. That's true.
Yep.
See, that's what I thought it was. I thought that it was DHS got involved, and they said, they went to a grandmother rather than to a foster home because they do try to keep the children in the family. And I thought that's what happened via the courts, but I guess not. So,
That's what I thought too.
well, yeah, we're gonna have to look for that then and see what we can come up with since nobody has produced it. And then if it is just a personal agreement, then we're just gonna have to hope and pray that the judge is so disgusted with this in the court systems that they say, okay, that they're going to press charges on Billy Joe for neglect and endangerment and everything else. So,
Yep, for sure.
Daisy said they knew how to keep DHS away. That's probably true, Daisy, because of Billy Ho losing her kids back in the day and all the bullshit she's done. And this has already been a scenario with um, Leilani and all this whole family. They probably know exactly how to take care of these things without getting themselves in trouble, unfortunately.
Oh, yeah.
So sad. Damn it.
Yeah, so do you believe he's in the landfill?
Me? I just said that
Mm-hmm.
before you came in. I really don't. I don't think he's there, Lisa. I hate to say it.
No, I don't think he's there either.
I know, and I'll tell you why. Um, I know that it's hard to find somebody in these circumstances, okay?
Mm-hmm.
But there's so many people doing this. There's specialists involved. There's specially trained people that are involved doing this. They've been looking in this landfill since last Tuesday.
Yep.
Okay, so it's been a week or 7, 8, 9 days, almost 10 days. They've been doing this, correct?
Mm-hmm.
And it's only in a specific cordoned off area that truck dumped, right?
Yep.
There's no way
You
he's
think
there.
along the same lines I'm thinking?
I, I, yeah, I feel like he's definitely not there. And what do you think about Danny?
I'm still debating about him. I don't know why. I don't know the fellow or anything.
Okay.
I don't think he knew what happened, but then I flip back to, well, the kind of he does know, and then I'll go back to no, she could do this without him knowing about it, and
Well,
he might be getting set up, and as you and I spoke before, it
hmm
could be because he was going to leave her.
yes.
So what better way to get back at him and get back at her ex-partner, all in the one foul swoop, really?
Right. But there was a comment that he made to a few people before he left. He said, I have all the answers to this. And then he left. And I
Oh,
wanted
okay,
to,
I didn't
yeah.
know that.
And I wanted to know what he was talking about, but he never elaborated, and then he was gone. And it's just the timeline is what makes me feel like he's very much more involved than what everybody thinks he is.
Mm.
And that's what I've struggled with this from the beginning. And I was kind of irritated that they kind of let him go, because if here's the thing, and I said this in Doug's stream yesterday, and he kind of liked the question too, or the statement, I should say. They said, oh shit, I just lost my train of thought again. Sorry, guys. God, they said that he passed his polygraph test, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Right. I
Well,
said
somebody said it.
right. That's true. That hasn't been verified through anybody important, but yeah. But so okay, so say he did pass that test. It's going to be based on the questions they asked him. That's the biggest
Mm-hmm.
part of this. So of course he could
That's
have
right.
passed the test. And mind you, that's not even submissible in court, so that really doesn't mean anything. All that is, a polygraph test is a way to gain direction from a certain person. They can get direction to go in this by knowing what he knows, okay? And knowing that what he
Mm-hmm.
knows is true. So, and that's what Doug had said, that's a good question, Dago, blah, blah, blah. And I've been thinking about it, like, sure, he passed. That's great. What questions did they ask him? We don't know that. They could have
That's
been
right.
about something completely different at that point in time in this case. Do you know what I mean?
Yep.
I can almost guarantee they didn't say, did you unalive him? Did you take his body
Mm-hmm.
somewhere? Did you do this? They didn't ask him those kind of questions. So sure, he passed those. You know what I mean?
Yep.
So again, that changes the whole thing there. But I don't know. I'm kind of torn with how I feel about him. But
Mm.
in that sense. Now what
Yep.
so we neither one of us feel that he's in the landfill, correct? Where do you think he might be, Lisa, in your opinion?
I think in water.
I feel that way too.
Mm.
There was somebody that did, and I'm not, don't take me the wrong way, guys. I'm not a big person to do and to follow along behind people that do like the spirit box scenarios and stuff like that. I'm not downing it by any means. It's just not something I'm into too much. I don't do that. But somebody did one, and somebody said that
Mm.
it was in and or near. Okay, somebody else did
Mm.
one and came up with the same scenario. Now that could be, if you're going to believe that and you're going to go in that direction with that. That could be because I feel strongly that he drowned. Okay, whether it be the
Mm.
bathtub or the pool, that could be what they're seeing. If that's what they're seeing, if that's how that works. Or
Yep.
there's a pond behind their house, you guys. Okay, and it
Mm.
hasn't been checked yet. Why? I don't
Oh
know.
wow, really?
Yeah, it has not been checked yet. And if it has, they did not talk about it or show anything about it. But it would be dumb not to check it because it's so close. It's right there. Why wouldn't you check it? Me, that would have been one of the first places I went. But Doug made a good point yesterday when we talked about the whole. I don't know if you were in there at that point or not, Lisa. But welcome, Christine. By the way,
Hi, Christine.
On this call that we're
lady.
listening, on this call that we're listening to,
yep,
she talks to Bubba about. I feel very strongly about this. That there was an accident. They were high, and that he may have drowned in the bathtub. Okay.
Yep, I heard that. Yep.
Right. Okay. So I don't agree with that because you don't take a bath with your clothes on. One. A neighbor found the Sesame Street outfit he was wearing wet in their garbage can. 2. And Doug made a very good point and said, I would look at the pool before I would look at the bathtub. Well, the first couple days during the investigation, mind you, you guys, the FBI was involved within 3 hours. Okay. That speaks volumes right there, that this is not just a missing little boy. If the FBI was involved within 3 hours, they knew that there was foul play involved immediately for some reason. Sure. And then once they got involved, that pool was dissected immediately, right or wrong.
Right.
They tore that pool apart, drained it, did this, did that. I think they knew then, and that's why they knew that he was deceased, because I think they knew he drowned in that pool. Now, the whole thing with her going to a dumpster down the road or up the road or wherever the hell it is, okay, I think that there was maybe her clothes, a towel, and or anything else, okay? She may have thrown that stuff away down there.
Yep. Yep.
This is what I'm thinking, okay? This is where I've been with this for a little while.
I bet you're thinking what I'm thinking.
Right. As soon as Billy Joe made this call and I heard that, it kind of was like ding, 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 ding. There it went. Thank you so much, Miss Bonnie Bailey. I appreciate that so much. Another super sticker.
Thank you, Bonnie.
Oh, what happened there? That wasn't good. 1 second, please. There we go. Yes, Miss. Thank you so much, Miss Bonnie. So, and then Doug yesterday, I don't know if you were in there when he said it. He goes, "I think we just hit the nail on the head." About the, I think we kind of, all of us together, kind of little bits and pieces, but I think we figured it out, you guys. I really do. There's little things that we don't have figured out, and those things will come in time, I'm sure. But I think this is it. I think this is what happened. And again, I think the reason why she's saying, and I really do believe that Billy Joe knows everything about it.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, because I think what happened was they woke up because they were stupid stoned or high or something like that, left the door open. The child, who is way too big for a pack and play, probably crawled out of it very easily. They were stoned out of their minds, sound asleep. Got up, he walked out the door, being curious like a 20-month-old child should be. Walked over, fell into the pool, and drowned, unfortunately. They woke up finally and saw him floating. Very quickly, panicked, drug him out of the pool. Tried to, do whatever they could do, which was way too late, obviously. And she, in a panic mode, automatically called her mother. And that's when Christine. Good God, I'm so sorry about that. That's when Billy Ho came home, and they went into planning mode and fixing this. And that's where this came from, because it sounds better to say that he accidentally drowned in the bathtub than they were too high, left the door open, he walked out and fell in the pool and drowned. It just sounds better. That's my opinion.
Okay, I have the same scenario, But the reason I believe he's in water is if they found him in the water, then they could turn around and say, oh, he must have got out and wandered there and drowned in that water,
I
opposed to
agree.
drowning in the pool water.
Yes.
And
That
somehow
makes
they
sense.
think that removes them from the problem.
Absolutely, which is why they've been so confident.
Yes, because and that's why I don't think he's in that landfill, because they are so confident.
Yeah.
And Lalani's virtually saying, you're not going to find evidence. I'll walk to the police station when you can prove I did it.
Exactly.
And when you can prove that he's passed.
I 100% agree with you on that. 100%. And that whole thing that you just said makes 200% sense.
Mm-hmm.
Which in turn makes me say, go check the pond in the backyard.
Yeah, I don't understand why they wouldn't have checked that.
I don't either, but that's what I've heard. I hope that, maybe I'm wrong, but yesterday it was said that they hadn't checked it. So,
wow.
If they were to go back there and check that, then you're absolutely right. They can just say, oh my God, I didn't even realize he must have walked out and walked back into the pond and drowned. Good Lord, that's horrible.
Yeah, and see, I didn't have anything to do with it.
Yep, and they'll make it seem like and then they'll fake cry again, and yeah, and Sherry's right. There's several ponds in the area. Here's the thing, though, Heather. That's the other problem. They have cameras on their house, but amazingly enough,
yeah,
amazingly enough, that portion of it is gone.
Yeah, how convenient.
Mm-hmm.
How absolutely convenient.
This shit pisses me off so bad.
Yep.
Thank you, Heather.
It seems to happen in a lot of cases, though, doesn't it? Oh, conveniently, the cameras broke down the day before, or they just weren't working that day. Don't know what happened.
Mm-hmm.
Sure you didn't.
Christine makes a good point, though. That's true, Christine. She said maybe that they do, and Ellie is just being quiet for right now because they're trying to find a body.
Yep. Could be a great possibility.
Mm-hmm.
But I hope they realise, even if that's what happened and they did put him in water, when they do an autopsy, they will test the water and they'll know whether it was the pool or where he was found.
Yes, because just so you guys know, they did take samples of the pool water.
Mm.
And if they pull him out of another pond somewhere and they do a test on his stomach and they pull the pool water out of his lungs and his stomach, there it is.
Yep. I just don't think he's in that landfill. I'm sorry.
I don't either.
And I feel rather strongly about that.
There may be clothing of hers or a towel in that landfill.
Yep.
Or something like that. But that's the only thing I think they'll find.
Yeah. That's
and
what
I think
too.
I think that right there is evidence. That's why they're looking for it so deep.
Yep.
Because they don't have much other evidence.
Yep.
That's very possible too, Susie. I think they would have admitted if they found the body, though. Then again, with the way this case is going, you never know.
True, but like you, I think they would have come out and said they found him, not it. Sorry, I do apologize for that.
No, it's okay. I knew what you meant. And I know you didn't mean that disrespectfully, so.
A couple of days after this, I've had a strong feeling that he's not there.
Me too.
And then when they come out and spoke, the blatant cockiness of them both, I'm sorry, sealed the deal for me.
I agree. I absolutely hope so, Christine. I really do. All right, guys, I'm going to play this a little bit more here, and then we can talk a little bit more about it if there's anything that jumps out. But again, thank you guys all for being here. Yeah, there really is, Mike. If you guys pull it up on a map, which we could do, there are ponds and water all over that area.
Oh, that would be good,
Very
actually.
easy. Yeah, very easy to just take him anywhere.
Yep.
You're right, Twinkle's very, very way too cocky, like they got away with something, and that's how they've been acting.
Yep.
And you know, I hate to say this, but they probably were banking on the fact that what Cece just said. There are a lot of alligators in Savannah.
Oh yeah.
That he would be. You know, I'm not going to say it, but
yeah, I know. The other thing, not only their cockiness, but if you actually watch Leilani, she has that smirk on her face. That's blatantly there if you look. And when her mum turns and tries to make out she's upset,
yep,
it doesn't look right.
No, not at all. That's why I did that whole live stream on their body language the other day. She looks like a mix between she's angry, but I didn't see any sadness. I'm sorry.
No, neither did I. I only saw cockiness and, like I said, that smirk, that sly one side of the mouth smirk, like, oh, we got away with this.
In the
we're going to get away with this.
Welcome, Gina. Good to see you, trophy wife. And the crying was so pathetically fake. It was the worst.
Yeah. Yep.
The worst attempt at acting like you're upset that I've ever seen. Yeah. The words like trapped, she used red flag of guilt. I agree, Christine.
Yeah, me too.
We're just
and I actually think the words that Leilani's using aren't her words. That's why they don't sound right from her.
Right,
I think they're coming from somebody who's coaching her.
I told you before that interview, when we watched it, I sat and said, guys, this interview was scripted and rehearsed before they did it. I promise you it was. Whether it be Michael or somebody like that said, this is how you need to do this. And she was trying so hard to do it the way she was told to do it that she failed horribly.
I think in my opinion, I think Grandma is the one that's running the show.
Oh, yeah. She's wearing the pants.
Because, yeah, even like I said, the way she turns her head is because she got annoyed with what Leilani was saying and how she was saying it.
And that's probably
You've dropped out,
something that Leilani wasn't. When she said it, what?
You dropped out there for a minute.
I'm sorry. Yeah, Leilani probably said something she wasn't supposed to say. And when she said it, Billy Hope, that's why she did that, probably turned her head because she was irritated because Leilani was trying to take it upon herself to make it sound better. And and screwed it up, which she did. And that's what irritated Billy Joe.
Yeah, because before she turns her head, she actually slightly turns it towards Leilani.
Yep.
And then around the other way.
Right. Yes, and
like
if you
that.
guys know anything about body language, that speaks volumes, guys.
Yeah, it was just that split second of looking at her like she was going to throttle her within that split second, and then registering, no, I can't, because we're
When
being interviewed, and turned their head the other way.
right, and that I learned some of that stuff quite a while ago with the Summer Wells case when Dawn and Candace did their interview. I did a whole thing on body language. I like an online class basically to learn what it meant. And you guys, just so you know, when two people are talking like that, being interviewed, if you turn towards the person, that means that you're in favor of that person. And when you turn away from that person, you're trying to detach yourself from that person. That's what that means. In turn, think about the interview between those two. I should have done that with you guys the other day when we talked about it, but I was, I didn't think about it. But you see her turn herself almost completely away from Leilani at a certain point during the interview. And
Yep.
she's making this face like she's trying to hold herself together. There was zero eye contact whatsoever. None the whole time, which means they were both lying.
Yep.
Okay. And when Leilani was talking, she turned away from her mother at certain points too. Neither one of them looked directly at the camera.
Nope.
Because they knew they were lying. And if somebody looks to the left, they're lying. If somebody looks up, they're lying. They're looking for what that means based on a specialist that does that kind of shit. They're looking for the answer, okay? Because they don't have it because it's a lie, if that makes sense.
That's right. It's not coming from memory. You
Right.
work harder to make up a story and to keep going with a lie. Your brain works harder than what it does when it comes from memory.
Or if it's scripted or been rehearsed, you're looking to remember it. You know what I mean?
Yep.
If it's a true statement, it comes out like that.
Yep. And it's funny because if it's scripted under pressure, the memory for that script screws up big time.
Exactly. And that did, like I said earlier, with Summer Wells, the interview with Dawn and Candace Wells. That same stuff went on in that interview.
Oh, yeah. That was atrocious. He was contradicting her.
Left and right. And she was high as hell on something during that interview too, if you hadn't noticed.
Oh, yeah. I did notice that. I've studied body language for many, many years.
Oh, yeah.
Since what happened to my kids happened.
Exactly.
Yeah. So
it's
easy to pick when you know what you're looking for.
Exactly. That's why I watch these interviews like I do and watch them talk, because there's so many ways to tell. Just by watching their language, their body language, listening to the words they use, watching their eyes, watching their demeanor, just all of that stuff. If this was a true scenario going on, okay, during that interview, first of all, if this was a real scenario where he was abducted or somebody else besides those two were involved, those two would have been all over each other, bawling their eyes out, would not have been able to, well, again, if they cared about him, would not have been able to talk to the camera nor have the interview. They wouldn't have been able to do it. End of story. So, again, that interview did nothing but make their situation worse for the both of them. So, right, Sherry, I agree. And that's true too, Christine, 100%. I really do agree with you in that sense, Raynona. I think that our evidence is going to be Danny. I think Danny knows a lot more, and I think that's why Danny and his parents took off. And I think
you might be right.
And I'm not saying that Danny is the one that did anything per se. I don't know, okay, but I think he does know, and he just said, "I don't want nothing to do with this. I'm out." But he did make that comment that I have the answers to all of this.
Yeah, well, that kind of throws a spanner in the works, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Because you wouldn't say that unless you knew something.
Mm-hmm. And Daisy's making a good point here. There was another point in that interview. I watched it. Leilani looked at her mom with that, yeah, I'm innocent, aren't I, mommy? She used Shameless as her doppelganger family. FFS.
Yeah.
The Gallaghers. Yeah, that's right, the Gallaghers.
And that's the bit that I worked out very quickly. Mum is blaming daughter, but then is daughter's best buddy, and she's making it sound like she's only doing that to get information from her because she doesn't believe her.
Right.
When in actual fact, watching her with her daughter and the things they're doing, that's not true. You only got to watch the interaction.
Oh, yeah.
She does defend her daughter in every way, shape, or form.
Right. But did you see the one point when she started talking what I think off script, in my opinion, and started saying things like with the fake crying and all that, and she said, we just want him happy and safe and here holding us. And then she hurried up and looked at Billy Joe, and Billy Joe had looked away. She knew right there that she screwed up and went off script. I'm telling you. That's when.
But at no point did she. I mean, she came up with this scenario that somebody might think he's his savior. She wouldn't speak like that normally. So
Absolutely
you know that's scripted. But on top of that, at that point, if you honestly believe that as a parent, you would then turn around and say, and I'm pleading with you, please bring out my child back. Please drop him off at the police station. Contact the police station. Drop him off at a hospital. We won't charge you. I just want my son. There was no pleading for him. None.
Because they already know that that's not what happened.
And they already know he's no longer alive.
Exactly. That's right. Yep.
So, yeah, their words are nothing to me. I don't believe a word any of them are saying. I'm sorry, I just don't.
I agree.
The same as the grandmother that as you know, did post that saying her daughter told her that she did it. She couldn't remember, etc., and then comes out, Leilani comes out and says, "Oh no, it's FBI trying to tell me that they were the ones that said I didn't remember that I did it."
Yes, absolutely. I'm not sure exactly how old he was, Veronica, or is. I'm sorry. How old is Zane? Does anybody know how old Zane is?
Yeah, I'm not quite sure.
I don't think
he
he's
was
much
older. No, I don't think so either.
Hi, Kat. Welcome. It's appalling to me that Zane and Skylar have no. Okay. I'm not surprised. And here's another thing. During that entire, and I mean entire interview, I want somebody in here, one person, to tell me how many times either one of them said his name.
Yeah, I was going to say that.
If anybody can, I'll give you $1.
Mm-hmm.
Because you know what? Neither one of them said the name Quentin one time.
No.
Not once. And that is a personal aspect. That's separation right there. You're right. That is a personal thing, and they separated themselves from him completely. That's why they didn't do it.
Yep.
I'm sorry, Kat. I hope you feel better. We got 50 people in here. That's awesome. If you guys hit that like button 50 times, that'll be really nice, guys. That'll get us in the right algorithm. No, they didn't even say baby Q. We don't say that in here at all. But they didn't even say that, Seabreeze. So there was no personal attachment to him during that interview. It's sad.
No.
Somebody said she said baby Q. I didn't even hear that, but that's
Yeah, I
disgusting.
didn't hear
She
that.
did. You did for trolling or forever? Okay, I didn't hear it. I didn't hear it at all. But if she said baby Q, that's just even more disgusting. Okay, I see. Daisy said that too. They said that. Okay, I'll go back and double check. Like I said, I own it if I'm wrong, guys. I think if I didn't hear it, I probably ignored that if I did hear it because that's so disrespectful. And that just proves right there. You're gonna call your own baby Q? Miss me with that bullshit. I'm sorry. That's just ignorant. And monkey, I did hear monkey. Okay, I remember that. Which I get. That's a pet name for your child. I understand. But I no. I can't. I will. I'm gonna watch it again just to be sure. And like I said, if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. You know, my apologies for misinformation, guys. I don't like to do that, but I pretty sure I never heard him say Quentin. When you watch
I've
it,
only
though,
watched that.
yeah, when you
Sorry.
watch it, Daisy, watch the body language between the two of them. Welcome, Julia. Good to see you. You'll see what we're talking about.
And watch Lalani's face.
Yes, yes,
You'll see the one-sided smirk.
yep. Almost
Which
like
they
it's a
call.
game. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
but they call it Duper's Delight.
Mm-hmm.
They get that smirk on one side of their
And they
face.
know they're
Like,
pulling the wool over your eyes and getting away with it. And
yeah.
they've been thinking they're getting away with shit from day one.
Mm.
I want to see that smirk when they actually get arrested and she goes to jail.
Mm. It's like her walking herself to the police station. Yeah, you won't have to. They'll pick you up.
You know, with a
It's all
pretty
good.
lighted escort. Yes, welcome, Julie. It's good to have you here. Very good to have you here.
But the way they are, I honestly believe that she would be in shock if they turned up to arrest her. I honestly think that they are that cocky.
Wait till you see
Sorry.
her temper tantrum she throws. That's going to be hilarious.
Mm.
She's going to be in shock. Oh my God, why are you here? I didn't do anything. Why are you arresting me? That whole thing. I want to record that too.
Yes,
God,
it would be interesting.
Makes me so sick.
And that's if she's there.
Yeah. Well, here's what I think is going to happen. I think I've said this once before. If law enforcement is smart, they're not going to say anything. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Because if they say something, if they leak something or anything like that, they say anything about her getting arrested or her having responsibility for this, and that they're going to go after her, she's gone. I bet you she's gone.
Yep.
I promise you guys she will take off somewhere, because that whole bullshit with I've been here the whole time, I didn't run, I've always been right here, see me, I'm a good person, guys. Kiss my ass. You stayed there because you thought there was nothing they could get on you. You guys thought that you pulled this one off.
And they still think that.
Yeah, they do.
And I think that's what makes
do.
that makes me more angry than anything is the cockiness.
Oh yeah, I know. I absolutely agree. I can't wait to watch her break down because she's getting arrested. Because once she goes to prison, oh buddy, they are going to have a field day with her.
Oh yeah.
Right. Let me play a little bit more of this, guys.
Missing Quentin, Simon told the boy's father she believes he accidentally drowned in a bathtub after his mom passed out high on drugs. Audio clip. I'm sorry, I didn't mean her husband. I meant Leilani's ex, Quentin's father. Right.
What happened to the audio? Joe, We have no audio. Joe. Can you guys hear it? We have no audio, Joe. Joe. Yoo-hoo, I'll make you famous.
Yeah, there's animosity there. Now, is she
Can you hear me?
her under the bus, like,
Yeah, now I can hear you.
or is
And
she-
now I can hear that, but we had no audio.
What is going on?
I don't know.
So her daughter's not the only one.
I'm sorry. I don't even know what happened. Sorry about that, guys.
Daughter, giving her an out, right?
You'll have to take it back a bit because we missed. We only
Yes.
got a few
Came up with the
words
whole
into
dump
it.
story.
Good Lord.
Oh, good.
Stupid audio on these.
Quentin. Was in the bathtub and he drowned, and they were both high.
All right.
There's no sadness behind this. Her even saying, like, I think this is what
Here we go.
happened. You know what I mean? None of that.
Not at all.
Wonder if her,
Can you hear it now?
To chew off her bottom lip,
Yes,
like she wasn't.
sure can.
All right. I am sorry about that, everybody.
Possibly.
What was that?
Oh, good.
Ridiculous.
Like she's got a floating jaw or something.
Like lockjaw from her prostitute days.
I agree, Molly.
Flashbacks. I don't know.
That's what happens when you eat clam.
Welcome, Lisa.
Right.
This is exclusive interview. It says if you're high as hell, you do stupid Grandmother of missing Quentin Simon told the boy's father she believes he accidentally drowned in a bathtub after his mom passed out high on drugs. Audio clip. I'm sorry, I didn't mean her husband. I meant Leilani's ex, Quentin's father.
Right.
I have it in the description, and I even said it wrong here. Chet and Toasty going to heaven tonight. Ow!
Thank you.
I'd sell you some coffee, but I'm drinking it right now. Get your Jesus and Joe merch, though, today.
Yeah, that's great.
So thank you for that, Jen. So Leilani Simon, 22, has been named the main suspect in the disappearance of the 20-month-old son, Quentin Simon, who vanished from the Savannah, Georgia home on October 5th. Now, again, people, this is going to be reviewed for a second since they're bullet points. Don't judge me. In a recorded phone call obtained by the news, grandmother Billy Jo Howell is heard telling the boy's father she thinks the toddler drowned in a bathtub. Honestly and frankly, Bubba, I'm not going to lie to you. I feel like there was an accident, she tells Henry Bubba Moss. Howell, 45, goes on to say she believes her daughter Leilani and boyfriend were high on drugs. So we'd have to think, she's already pissed off, right? She wants them out. The eviction happens a couple days before she talks to Bubba.
Thank you, Christine.
Yeah, there's animosity there. Now, is she throwing her daughter under the bus, like, or is she throwing her daughter under the bus, or is she dragging Danny under the bus so her daughter's not the only one there alone? Probably. She's trying to save her daughter or giving her an out, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because I still believe Billy Jo Howell is the one who came up with the whole dump story, knowing that they would go look there and that you guys went over there, but you know what, the body could. She probably knows the body could be somewhere else. That's why when you know when she's like we don't want them to find him in the dump, right? Basically, we want him to come home safely. But she's leading to the abduction theory. It's still open.
She didn't really say it that way, though. The way I took that when she was saying we don't want him to be found in the landfill was that they don't want him to be found.
Period. Right. If he doesn't get found, it's going to be really hard to convict. Mm-hmm. But we found out today that if they find the clothing or the towel or whatever he was wrapped in, And even if they don't find any of him, if they find the clothing of his with death on it, that's almost as good as having a body.
Yeah, I mean, at that point, anything
it's going to be more of that than less of a body at that time, right? Because he was very small, very small. I think that's what they're looking for at this point, actually.
Anything that they find that they can have confirmation of death, it's going to be canceled Christmas. They're done.
See, I'm 50-50 if he's even in there. I think it could be articles. I think he could be somewhere else. Somebody says there's a pond or something behind the house as well that hasn't been checked.
There is a pond. I don't know if it's been.
Yeah, Lisa Oldham. We talked about it in the beginning of the stream. I truly believe, as a ghost hunter myself, that it's a light refraction. Doug was in here earlier and he said the same thing.
It is. It's the light reflecting, bouncing off whatever they're recording with, whether it's a phone or that.
Right. That's how I saw it as.
Yeah. It's not that hard to work out. And when you know reflection and that, which you have to know if you go and do that stuff.
Yes.
It's very easy to make out at the point it enters and at the point it disappears where the light source is bouncing off and reflecting.
If you watch Dolly walk, as he's walking, that's moving, and then there's a car coming at the same direction. It's all. I watched it like 4 times. I slowed it down and I played it backwards, and I watched it go back as it came back. Do you know what I'm saying? So, I mean, that would be.
It walks at the same pace Dolly does, for one. 2, even when the car drives past, if you actually look at it, even the car headlight reflects off of the same thing they're recording from.
Mm-hmm. Here's the thing, guys. If Dolly were to stop, if everything stopped at one time, that would have stopped as well. That's how you do it. I froze it all. There's not a way to stop it other than to pause it. But if you pause it, the whole thing pauses, okay? That's what I'm saying. But, like, that would be a good idea, though, if you want to go ahead and do that, Lisa Oldham, and send it to them. They can break it down and show you the whole thing. That way. I don't have the type of equipment they have anymore to do that kind of stuff. I actually had a friend that had that. But yeah, that's exactly what that was. A light refract. Yeah. Okay, let's try this again. A light refraction. It breaks it down and then it reflects it. Okay, that's exactly what that was. I've debunked that I don't know how many times in different circumstances. There's a lot. I mean, it is very freaky to look at. Okay, and it just fits perfect in that situation. And our minds will take whatever situation is happening in it. This one, it just so because it looked smaller, makes sense. Okay, I get that. I'm not very pleased with Dolly the way he kind of turned it into something about that when this is about Quentin. That upset me, but it is what it is. But that's what that is. I promise you, with everything in me, that's exactly what that is. So,
if you know what you're looking at, 100% that is what it is. I'm sorry. The minute I saw it, I knew what it was.
Yes.
And if you're into photography and everything else, you know your light sources around you, you know the reflections around you, you know what they're going to create.
And there was too much going on last night when that happened, by the way. There was 35 windows, there was car lights, there was all of those ring lights and all of those camera lights all over the place. So, again, yeah, that's honey wheels. If that's what that means, that's exactly what that is. No, and that's absolutely fine, Lisa. I've been doing it for over 10 years and I've debunked that. I don't know how many times. I've had multiple things that I swore to God was something else, and it ended up being a light refraction. Lighting is such a bad thing when it comes to this. Yeah, the video was very shitty. I agree with you. Yes, it was moving at the same exact speed. If you watched it and timed it, it was moving at the same exact speed and the pace of him walking. Walked past and got like to the point where he was going past. That's when it disappeared, and it looked, it was gone. So Just saying. I respect anybody that looks for that wants to know what it is. Absolutely, go for it, because I do it too. I'm a paranormal investigator by all means. But my part of my thing is to debunk that kind of stuff. And as soon as I saw it, I said, that is pretty good, but it's a light refraction. Period.
Yeah.
Right.
Sadly, that is what it is.
Right. It is. I mean, it would be great to think, absolutely. It would be great to think that it could be that. But why, honestly, guys, why would he follow Dolly of all people? Come on. Just think about that. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Nothing against Dolly, but I mean, and it just made me so mad that you're going to take that more views, more money, because it's going to give you millions of views and somebody's going to jump all over that. It just made me sick. So I'm sorry to anybody that was about it. No disrespect to you. It bugged me. That's all. So
and see the power of auto suggestion.
Yeah.
If I tell you something, send something, or I hear something, then you'll hear the same thing. You'll see the same thing.
Right. What's up, Torty?
However, I do agree that it does look like a small child, and it does look like he's walking 100%.
Yes, it's perfect. It was perfect. I'm telling you guys, in any other circumstance, if you wanted to make somebody see something, wanted to make somebody believe it, that was great. That was great. It was the perfect set of circumstances.
Yep.
And go ahead.
Perfect storm. And I've got to say this, not to stick up for Dolly, but I honestly believe that he really believes that he's a spirit.
Mm-hmm. He does. I feel that way too. And that's okay. If that makes you feel better at the end of the day, then do it, bro. Go for it. But I know what that is, and it's not. So, so be it. So be it. Please do, Molly. Please do. I'd love to have it. I would love to have it. We can go over it together. Again, guys, sorry about the interruption. I just wanted to address that again. That way there's no confusion about it. But yeah, Molly, please, please, please send that to me. I would love to go over it. I get it, Christine. I get it. And I know what you're saying by that too. Yeah, again, if anybody needs to send me anything, there's my email address. You can reach me via Twitter. And of course, my number, sorry guys, it's scrolling across the bottom of the screen. And again, if anybody needs or wants to call in, please do. Phone lines are open. 234-703-4047. Give us a call. Give us your thoughts. Give us your theories. Let's talk about it. Let's get back to the video. And thank you guys for your input. 100%. I love it. Morning, Shandy girl. Good to see you. Or afternoon.
Because I do know they had searchers and teams out there in that area. So I would think they would have dove on that and searched it right away.
I haven't heard anything about that search for the pond. All we know is the search for the pool and all the other stuff, right?
Yeah, I mean, I haven't heard them specifically mention the pond, but you would think when they were searching the entire neighborhood for 3 days, they would have done that.
See, I think Billy Joe Howell knows that she left the kids in Leilani's care and Danny's care, and she should have never. Let's start with that. The back door being open between 2:05 or 2:44 to 5:30 or whatever it was is problem. Is a problem.
Yeah.
20-month-olds can get out of can definitely get out of a playpen. Yeah. Right, a pack and play. 20-month-old can for sure. So if he gets out and he walks out there and he goes into the pool, thinking, "Oh, I want to go into the pool," or it looks fun because he's seen the people. Well, nobody was swimming in that pool for a long time, but like the door's open, he gets curious. 20-month-old walks in, they find him deceased and I think Billy Joe is covering with the story about how he drowned, because I think he did drown. I don't think he was in the bathtub though. They're trying to get because the pool wasn't secured the way it was supposed to have any kids in that house. Like that's a violation already.
Yep.
Right.
I think they think that the bathtubs would make it easier, make it look more accidental and less neglectful than the swimming pool, which is why they're doing the bathtub scenario.
Right. So if she was on drugs, she has no memory. They don't even know if she did it. She can't say that she did it. But a third party confession doesn't work anytime. So Billy Joe Howell's confession for her, my daughter did it, she just doesn't remember, doesn't work. That doesn't fly.
No.
Doesn't fly.
Yeah, I don't remember is not a defense.
Sorry, what was that?
I said, just because she says, I don't remember, that's not a defense. Like, you can't use that.
That's true.
Actually, it is.
Well,
they've already set up the defense.
It's not about
she doesn't remember anything. She's in the interview saying, if I find out that I did something, I'll walk myself to the police. No, we'll escort you. And if you find out, meaning that's where I correlate with if they don't want you to flex. If I find out, as soon as they find a body and they tell me I'm responsible, then she's the only person of interest.
Yeah.
Only.
Exactly.
I mean, they could bring Danny into it all they want, but they could do hair follicle samples. They could test Leilani and him. Her and her mullet will test positive for something in the last couple of days, probably. Last couple of months. Right. She probably can't even pass a piss test. Seed would come out from all the pot she smokes.
Probably.
Right?
And instead of kidney stones, it's probably seed.
At this point, her blood type is THC.
Right.
Exactly. Is there a date on
that sounds kind of cool, actually.
About that. I feel honestly and truthfully, I ain't gonna lie to you. I feel like there was an accident. I feel like something happened while Quentin was in the bathtub and he drowned. And
so when she says honestly and truthfully, what I think, she's not being honest and truthful.
No.
True.
I think. How's that?
No, that's usually words people use when they're like, "Oh,
yep."
Yeah,
sure is.
That's my word for it. Yeah, just take my word for it.
Somebody starts a sentence off with, "Well, believe me when I tell you." Back to like question everything.
And if someone starts off with like, "Is it wrong if?" It's probably going to be wrong. If you got to ask me if it's wrong,
would it be fair to say
feelings wrong or something? Right?
Yep.
Or when they start,
trust me when I tell you,
hurt your feelings, but
I wouldn't lie to you.
It's me.
You're like, yeah, this is definitely going to hurt some feelings, and you know it.
It's definitely you.
Yeah.
It's definitely not me.
I feel strongly about that. I feel honestly and truthfully, I ain't gonna lie to you. I feel like there was an accident. I feel like something happened while Quentin was in the bathtub and he drowned, and they were both high. I feel strongly about that. I feel honestly and truthfully, I ain't gonna lie to you.
I ain't gonna lie to you. That's the topper. That's like that's cherry on top of the sundae. That has everything to smell wrong with what she's saying. She's doing the cover-up job. What she's been doing is laying the ground.
Yeah, see, that's ridiculous. Forever trolling. He said he was going to dress up like Michael Myers on Halloween with a real knife and block the road so people couldn't trick or treat. I mean, come on.
Yeah, that's
what I'm saying. We're taking all. Oh God, this shit pisses me off. We're taking all of the attention off of where it needs to be, and that's on Quentin Simon and finding out the truth behind what happened to him and putting him to rest and getting justice for him. Not about stupid Halloween bullshit or ghosts or this or that. This is the shit that pisses me off, you guys. I'm sorry for my language, and I'm sorry for sounding irritated, but I'm really irritated. That's just ignorant. I'm sorry. And like I said before, I've never had a real problem with Dolly, but he's acting like a child with this. This is not a vacation or a fun time. It's just ignorant. Grow up.
That's why they say choose your friends wisely.
Me to believe that
I agree.
she knew that Quentin probably passed away before she came home, and she helped coordinate it, or when she gets home, she helped deliver the coordination of, okay, hey, this is what we got to do. You don't remember, fine. What was the last thing you remember doing? Throwing garbage away.
I get it, Daisy. It's okay.
Right. I mean, it's pretty convenient for
to have a memory lapse right there.
Yeah.
But how could she have gone and taken the trash to throw away before 9 o'clock if she slept until 9:30? I thought she slept until 9:30 in the morning.
Yeah,
Isn't that what Danny said?
Yeah.
So how could she have gone to the trash can? So was Danny the one at the trash cans, or was it Leilani?
Yes, yeah, I don't know.
I feel like there was an accident. I feel like something happened while Quentin was in the bathtub and he
Like she can't say anything because she was high and effed up, and he could probably just say, "No, you were screwed up. You did something, right?" Yeah. And she might not remember. He takes off, right, with his family.
Right.
Could he have been dressed and taken Leilani's car and driven to the dumpsters and been the one who stood there? And that's why he's late to work too at 9:15 in the morning or 6:15 in the morning or whatever.
Yeah.
Could be.
Or 9:15 or whenever he came home. I mean, do we even know if he was at work? Has anybody verified that yet? Is anybody? Sure, the
I've
FBI
not
has.
heard anything. I've not heard anything come out to say that he was verified at work. I know people are saying he was late to work.
Mm-hmm. That's what I heard, but I haven't seen anything about that. See, this is where the digital evidence is going to be coming through. All we hear is about the text from Danny's phone. We don't hear anything about Leilani's phone or anything else.
No.
I mean, who sent the text to the babysitter at 9 a.m.? Was that Danny's phone again? Have you seen Quentin? You guys remember? Anyone?
I think it was Danny's phone.
Yeah, it was Danny. Yeah, I've heard it both ways, that it was Danny or that it was Leilani, but originally it came out that it was Danny.
Yeah. Yeah, she has blamed, well, see, like when they broke into the trailers and all that stuff and stole the $40 gumball machine or whatever it was.
Right.
Like she's the one, she's gotten him in trouble before. So like her to set him up isn't outrageous, right? She hasn't seen him in 6 or 7 months, and he ain't trying to get the baby, and probably he ain't paying anything either.
Right.
Yeah.
He ain't probably paying child support. She's already pissed off at him for all this stuff. Why not throw him under the bus? She said he's the first one to come and take him anyway. She started on that one.
Exactly.
Grammy Ho. I love that.
Grammy Ho.
Grammy Ho is responsible for the babies. Yeah, well, she's not responsible at all.
I agree, Christine.
She can be responsible and take care of herself.
Right? Wouldn't Child Protective Services have noticed unsecured pool area after the grandma received custody of the children? I don't think CPS is doing their jobs in any cases, so I don't know. I can't answer that question, Christy. I'm to the point where I'm so frustrated with the CPS that they're the baby killers in my eyes right now.
Yep.
If you really think about it.
You would think they would have noticed.
Between the legalized trafficking they're doing with other kids right in front of our eyes. Look at the Walsh story.
Yeah, right.
Right? That's legalized trafficking right in front of our eyes.
That's it.
Right? And then we have stuff like this, and then we have that article I released today where that father was caught in that private sector trying to drown his 2-year-old daughter.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. San Bernardino.
Mm-hmm.
Nasty what people are doing to their kids.
Why he locked his 5-year-old in the car. Right. He locked a 5-year-old in the car with the windows up, and he went and tried to drown his 2-year-old when he got caught.
Yeah.
Sickening.
It is.
Doesn't make any sense. None of it.
Well, do you want me to tell you my true feelings of what I really think happened? I wouldn't lie to you.
And they were both high. I feel strongly about that. I feel, honestly, and truthfully, I ain't gonna lie to you. I feel like there was an accident. I feel like something happened while Quentin was in the bathtub and he drowned. And
she didn't love Quentin. None of these people loved Quentin.
No.
Nope.
None of these people loved me because even when they were home, they didn't want him anyway. Yeah, you can't fool me with this crap. I'm not falling for it, Billy Ho. Just not.
No, definitely not. picking
No,
up and putting down their hoe.
these kids were a burden to all of them.
I guess Dolly was yelling, "Let me pet your mullet," or "Let me touch your mullet," or something. I don't know.
No,
That's funny.
no,
She does have a little Cadillac cut, little.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Okay, so it says, further goes on to say that Moss was at his home Monday in Girard, 85 miles from where Quentin was last seen. He claimed Leilani told cops she snatched the boy. Leilani tried to blame it on me. The 24-year-old said, "I told police she's going to hurt the baby." Bubba described Leilani as a cheater and a liar who spent days snorting cocaine and smoking marijuana. FBI agents assume the boy is dead and searching the landfill for Quentin's body. Further goes on to say the grandmother, Quentin Simon, believes the missing toddler accidentally drowned in a bathtub because her daughter and boyfriend were passed out on drugs. Billy Joe Howell, 45, shared her theory on the case and much more in a bombshell conversation on Saturday with the child's biological father, Henry Bubba Moss. I just sound like a football player to me. Her daughter, Leilani Simon.
Right.
What happened?
I just said the name because I wanted to hear if it sounded like a football player. Bubba Moss.
Well, you got to say his whole name. Say
Well, I guess.
you don't remember his first name, do you?
It's Henry Bubba Moss.
I'm not that bad, guys. Come on.
You said you had short-term memory loss, so I didn't know when it stopped.
All right, Dory, get it together.
What is
All right.
name?
Under 90611, I'm going to do a rush to judgment on this one. And go with her daughter, Leilani, 22, has been named the main suspect and the only suspect in the disappearance of the 20-month-old son, Quentin, who vanished from Savannah, Georgia on October 5th. In an audio of an 11-minute phone call obtained by the news, Billy Joe can be heard saying, "I feel honestly and frankly, Bubba, I'm not going to lie to you. I feel like there was an accident. I feel like there was something happened while Quentin was in the bathtub and he drowned and they both were high. That's my theory. Hell, they should have just called the police if something like that happened," Bubba replied. "If you're high as hell, man, you do stupid shit," Billy Joe said. So she's making excuses for her daughter.
Yes, she is.
And if anybody knows about being high, you do stupid shit, it's you, Billy Joe Howell.
Mm.
The theft, the larceny, the grand theft, the prostitution. Hell, the driving without a license like 6 times is like nothing compared to the rest of you.
Now we know what she would have done in that case, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Right. Goes to say Quentin's grandmother, Billy Joe, 45, thinks missing toddler accidentally drowned. See, I can get with the accidental drowning, but I would go with the pool.
Right.
Because that has all the makeup of the drowning.
Yep.
And them being asleep high and didn't ever put him into bed. He gets out the door.
Yep.
Or his brother, the Zane, opens the door, the 3-year-old.
Yep.
He can open the door.
Doesn't make no sense to me that a 20-month-old would drown in a bathtub.
Or did they go out and smoke and forget to close the door and go back and pass out again, all high on drugs? And the kids get out and one falls into the pool. And Zane actually wakes them up. And
have a great day, Raynona. Thanks for being here, hon. We love you.
Right? I mean,
that could explain why.
Have a good day, hon.
Work.
I just don't see how a 20-month-old would drown in a pool. At that age, they're able to stand up and get themselves out. I mean,
well, it's probably a deep pool for him. He's a little guy.
It's probably 8 feet.
Yeah.
No, I meant in the bathtub.
That's why that's why I'm not going with the bathtub drowning. A 20-month-old can sit himself up in the bathtub. I've seen it.
Right.
That's what I'm saying. He would be able, even if they forgot him in the tub.
Now, if Zane held him underneath the water while nobody was under there and he was screwing around, and Zane actually did, like, that's the only way I could figure that would happen. I don't see him drowning himself.
Kids
a 20-month-old.
Right. Kids don't like water on their faces. They jump out of that water if it started going over his face. So, you know.
Bam.
Christine.
Best channel ever, Doug. Thank you so much for that, Christine. Bam, bam. Chugga.
She didn't, Christine. She fixed it.
936 more super stickers and super chats before we can shut down the show tonight, guys. Cher has lost her mind. Well, she's never had one. She got the brain of a small field rodent.
Right.
The only reason why she walked her daughters to school back in the day before she left them was because she was in the same freaking class. That's true. Thank you, Dago.
That's what happened.
Thank you, Dago. That is what happened.
It's just very grade.
It happens. Oh. It happens, Dave. It happens, Dags. It happens. Leilani Simon told police that her ex-lover and her boy's father, Henry Moss, a.k.a. Bubba, snatched her son, Quentin Simon, from her Savannah home in darkness of the night. After an investigation, police determined that Bubba was never in Savannah. Well, you know what another thing is? Nobody would know.
No, that's something else, too, you guys. It kind of irritates me, too. Before this phone call, they were trying to throw Bubba under the bus and making it sound like he came and took him in the middle of the night and did this and did that, so on and so forth. Have a good day for trolling, forever trolling. I appreciate you coming in here. You're welcome anytime. Thanks for dropping by. I will check out the stuff in the email, and we will check it out for sure. But again, thanks so much for being here. Have a great day, Miss CC. Love you to death. See you soon. Have a great day, guys. But yeah, they're trying to throw Bubba under the bus, and it's him this and him that and blah blah blah. Okay, forever. Good to hear. And now all of a sudden she's trying to be friends with him. She's trying to be, he's part of her family, and she loves him, and she's this and she's a what bullshit. This is hot bullshit. Okay, hot ass bullshit, you guys. She's looking for any out she can find. She wants him on their side now. Bullshit. This is hot, steaming bullshit. I could say it 5 other ways, but that's all it is. It's ignorance.
Yep.
These people irritate me so damn bad.
Afraid so.
Bubba know to go to the back door that was left open for him. Right?
Right.
And how would he know that that's the only camera that's not active out of 5 cameras that you guys have?
Right.
I call bullshit.
Complete bullshit.
Exactly. I mean, and he said he hadn't been there for months, so he wouldn't know what was going on.
Nope.
No.
There's no way.
6 or 7 months, they haven't talked.
No.
But that also lets me know that he really just, he didn't believe Quentin was his also, right? The paternity test came back and Quentin is his.
Right.
Was his.
That's horrible.
But he was never a father. Matter of fact, if he was a better
Good
father,
Lord, honey wheels.
He would have never let
that is horrible.
Go to Billy Joe. He would have taken him.
Right.
He would have taken him months ago.
I get it.
Get him out
I
of
understand.
an environment that's toxic and another man raising your child if you do that.
Exactly.
Raise your own damn child. Right?
That's my problem, Veronica. I'm Italian and
ADHD. It seems like none of the fathers to any of these kids were really involved in their lives. I mean, they want to step up and be involved now, but where were they at prior to when all the neglect and abuse was going on?
Listen, I call bullshit on the bathtub because the babysitter says that they don't even bathe the kids.
Right?
Good reason.
So why just now, one time, they decided to
right? I just thought of that. The babysitter would receive the kids dirty.
Yeah.
Meaning they weren't bathed in the first place.
Or was it one of those things, let's put them in the bathtub with some toys and keep them occupied so we can go
That's sad.
get our drug fix
I'm sorry to hear that, honey Wills.
And not have to worry about them?
No, they could have thrown them
That's really sad.
In the playpen with a movie in.
Right.
Or something else. Nah, no.
Yeah, doesn't make sense.
Or he slips getting out. I don't think that's the case. I don't think it's that kind of accident. The accident has to do with the pool. I'm pretty sure. I've always had the theory that the pool is the accidental thing. It had to be a covered up because Billy Joe gets in trouble. Everybody gets in trouble. Leilani's not supposed to have the kids. Everything goes downhill, right? And everybody gets in trouble anyway, right? But if the drowning thing doesn't get shown, then she can't get the neglect charge for not having the pool correctly sealed off or anything else, I don't believe. Right? She doesn't. The last thing they want it to be is the drowning, because then it also shows that they didn't call 911. So I think there's some truth to what Billy Joe is saying in these interviews. She's like Dawn Wells. Everything she says, there's a little piece of tidbits of information that's actually true.
Yeah, I mean, it's just trying to sort through it and figure out where.
Well, she's trying to get herself out of it. She's trying to get her daughter out of it.
Hey, Crime and Justice, good to see you.
Trouble. They're trying to pin Danny or somebody else. Right? They're both the same type of people. Even though she got the confession,
you're welcome to come up, Lisa, if you want to join us.
They have a disco ball out on their fence right now for the protesters.
Oh,
they put a disco ball up.
I will do, Miss Molly.
It's probably Cher's idea. Like, she's got her name literally plastered in the windows there.
Wow.
It's gross. I mean, these people are suspects. Again, that's the side she's taking. I don't understand why, when the victims are the ones who are hurting. Why would you take the people who are trash people and coddle them and then help them with... I think the reason why, and I'll be honest with you, I don't know how long ago she talked to Bubba. Do you know when this actually happened?
Was it Saturday?
Yeah, I'm not sure. Today's the first I've heard of it.
Because I'm going to say that Cher's behind some of this too. If anything, them coming out now and talking and throwing narrative switches, like, yeah, we all know the Daily Mail spills the beans and they pay for interviews. This is what they're doing here. They're not only financially gaining off this missing child themselves, but they're guilty of why this happened.
It's horrible.
Goes on to say, in an interview with the news on Monday, Leilani Salmon asserted that she is not running away, even as she remains the prime suspect in the disappearance of her son, Quentin Simon. 1-year-old Quentin Simon has been missing since disappeared from Savannah, Georgia, October 5th. Quote says, he was a happy baby. He was always smiling, Bubba said of Quentin. He really didn't scream a lot. He was a good baby. So he's giving us the fact that there shouldn't be a reason that he was harmed. I mean, how would he know? If the baby was 20 months old and he hasn't been around for 6-7 months, like, really, he doesn't know what the baby's like at this point.
No.
Maybe he didn't scream as much when he was younger. Now he is. I mean, how do you know? You don't even know your own son.
Right.
I mean, I don't know what to take from this guy. He's still part of the thievery. Like, he still helped her steal.
Yeah, I agree, Squirrel. I do, 100%.
Yeah. I don't know, at this point, I kind of have the issue with every one of them. I don't really completely believe anything any of them are saying.
I don't know if I'm buying it.
No.
Not smelling what they're selling.
No, not really.
They were both high. I feel strongly about that. I feel, honestly and truthfully, Bubba, I ain't gonna lie to you, I feel like there was an accident. I feel like something happened while Quentin was in the bathtub and he drowned, and they were both high.
She says, I feel like. Obviously, she was told something.
Either that or
she was told something.
Did.
I think she knows that the boy drowned in the pool or something like that of that nature.
I agree.
Like, it was a careless accident.
Right.
If that makes sense. Careless accident.
Maybe they're just trying to put...
Again, you guys, I think she knows everything about it because I think that part of it is true. One moment, guys. Be right with you. Sorry.
You're right. Oh. No, I don't either, Crime and Justice. I don't believe a word of that.
Sorry. Yeah, I don't.
You're right.
I don't believe the bathtub theory either at all. It is complete bullshit. Again, I think that this whole thing happened like what he had just said. the whole pool situation. I think Leilani panicked and called Billy Joe right away. Billy Ho. Oh my God, what is going on with my phone? You're gonna go in the garbage. Do you understand me? Do you? Hi, Ricky. Anyway, sorry guys. Are you kidding me? Okay, now you're just doing that on purpose. You guys hear this? Do you hear this?
Yep.
My phone, my computer, my phone, my house is haunted. I'm done. It's time. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna follow up with what Doug said last night. I'm just gonna get a fucking flip phone. Excuse my language, but damn.
Did you are you reading what Lisa's saying?
If I could get past my damn phone, crime and justice. Did you?
About share?
I'm looking right now.
There you go.
Wait a minute. Did you get something from Share this morning telling creators not to use or show pics of other two kids? They think they're going to strike. What? Oh boy, she's getting deep involved, huh?
Well, it's a case all over again, isn't it?
Exactly. Wow, what a joke. What a damn joke. This chick needs some help. I'm sorry. I'm going to start swearing.
I mean, I do agree with that. The other two children don't need to be shown, but who's shown them?
Who is she to say that to anybody? She's not a parent to these kids.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Crime and justice.
No, yeah, sorry.
Are you okay? Are you done now? Phone? Did you get it out of your system? Good Lord. That wasn't even funny. Jeez. I don't know what the hell that was all about. Anyway, I don't even remember. My phone didn't want me to talk is what it was, I think. But that's ridiculous, though. I don't know who she thinks she is, and she's just getting bigger and bigger and bigger involved. So what's going to happen is she's going to screw herself and put herself in the middle of this, and she's going to get hit for impending investigation or interfering with an investigation of some sort. And once again, I hope she does. Sorry to say that, but I hope she does, because she's just getting a little too big for her britches, in my opinion.
It's the same thing, different people.
Mm-hmm. Sure is. So, what the hell was I going to say?
Said other creators will be getting them. She doesn't understand YouTube terms, does she?
No, she doesn't.
No.
Thank you, Miss Heather. Yeah.
Yeah. That blows my mind that she gets away with it.
She's starting to get on my nerves. I don't usually talk badly about other creators like at all, but she's starting to push me to the point where I'm going to. That right there is why. And Crime and Justice is 100% right. She always inserts herself in these cases like she's somebody important, and she gets away with it every time. It's ridiculous. This is bullshit. Anyway, so again, I don't even remember. Anyway, I'm gonna keep playing this. I'll remember it after so somewhere down the road here, guys. Sorry.
You're right.
Put this out here now. That'll way, when Quentin is found, if it's found that his death was a drowning, it'll be like, okay, see, that's what I told you had happened. It was an accident.
Somebody probably told them that if he drowned, there'd be a lot of water in his lungs and his stomach, and so on and so forth, and then you're gonna have to fix that. So
Leilani said she put Quentin to bed at 1:45 a.m. Danny went to work at 6 a.m. How did he drown again?
I remembered it. Anyway, what I was saying was I think that the whole pool situation happened, and I think Leilani panicked and called Billy Joe right away. And that's what Billy Joe got involved in this, and all this whole thing started. That's what I was going to say. Sorry. Now that it's out.
You're right.
Now I'm going to go back to this now. I don't like this. I don't want to swear. Damn it. Shit. Okay. That felt a little bit better.
That means Danny didn't bathe him, right? If Leilani was up last with them, or Danny bathed him and went to bed, and Leilani was up to 1:45, and between that, she's doing drugs somewhere in the bathroom. The kid gets out in the pool and ends up drowning. When she gets out, he's deceased. We don't know what time he became deceased. I'm assuming it was around in between the 2 to 5 a.m. mark. That's when I'm assuming he became deceased.
Right.
And I'm basing it off the door.
Right. I mean that's about the only thing that would line up.
Mm-hmm.
So
She's got to get rid of all. She's got to get rid of the. She's got to get rid of the dirty, mossy clothes. So she throws them all in the dumpster. But he's already deceased because he was deceased in them. So the dogs will pick it up, and then Quentin's deceased, buried or put somewhere else. I'm truly 50-50 now if he's even in a landfill.
I don't think he
Billy
is.
Joe, it's not my mother. Thanks for that super sticker, super chat so much. Thank you so much. Chugga.
Thank you, Heather.
Chugga. 944 more until the end of the show. Let's get there.
Let's do it.
Otherwise, I'm going to have to stop it right now.
Right now.
Right now. Billy Joe said the police, meanwhile, have shared their own suspicions that Leilani, the boy's mother, blacked out that morning. The police are the ones saying that she went into a traumatic state and blacked out, she told Bubba in the call. So that's where that came from. So she tells Bubba in the call that police are the ones that said she went into traumatic blackout state. Michael comes on and says that the FBI are the ones that... remember that?
Yeah.
I have that video on my channel.
Yeah, he was saying the FBI is the one that told Billy that.
So this is a premeditated conversation that's been going on with different people. And who's the mastermind behind this? We're listening to the bitch right now.
Hello.
Mic drop, and I can't because it's on a boom arm. But it might drop. Boom. Billy Ho How. You've got some explaining to do. Big time.
You got some explaining to do.
I mean, think about it. She releases the Facebook, right?
Yeah.
And my daughter did it. She just doesn't remember. She put it. He's in the landfill. How would she know all this? Well, we would know. How if Leilani doesn't remember anything, how can she even remember she went to the dumpsters?
That's a fact.
That's what I don't understand.
That's what I said yesterday.
I mean, is that like... I've heard of selective hearing, but I've never heard of selective memory.
Right.
Where you get to pick and choose what you can remember.
Right, or you just lie about it until you believe it.
I guess so, Crime and
Just
Justice.
keep lying until something makes sense or somebody starts buying what you're selling. So what we're doing at this point?
Seems like it.
Well, see, they're trying to say that it would have been the night before. That would have been Danny. That's how Danny would be inserted into this thing.
Right.
Now, Danny goes to bed. Leilani's up till 1:45 in the morning, but she's partying somewhere in the bathroom. She panics when she finds him dead, but she doesn't wake Danny up. She puts him away, deceased, into the pack and play. So Danny just may have seen Quentin in the morning. He just didn't know he was deceased, right?
That's very possible too.
Right. I mean,
and he leaves. And Danny has there's a chance Danny has nothing to do with this. Right? Nothing. Right. He may not even know. He left because he probably knows that she's crazy and she'll probably kill him.
Right.
Right? Why would he stay with somebody that's already a killer?
Or that she would try to blame it all on him. Could have been another reason why he left too.
She's not a damn life coach.
Like it was his fault.
She's to coach her own life.
Like I woke up and you were laying on top of him. Right? I don't know. He must have crawled into bed with us.
Yeah, she seems very vindictive that way.
Yeah.
What do you got, Julia? You're welcome
again,
to call in, talk about it. That's why that number is scrolling across the screen there. Let us have it. 234-703-4047.
She said Bubba in the past, then it would
What's going on here?
correlate, wouldn't it?
Right.
Have you heard I don't know if you'd call it a rumor, but it was a statement made from one of the neighbors on the Find Quentin Facebook page.
100%.
Said that the Sesame Street
That is very
clothes
true.
and the
Crime and
black
justice.
shorts or pants that he was
Very true.
on was found in their trash can and the clothes were wet. That the FBI found them and recovered them from their trash can.
Yeah,
Dude, they know he drowned and he's deceased.
This is where it hit right here.
Yep.
I mean, that's what one of the neighbors.
Come on. I think we nailed it on the head with the drowning accidental.
Yep.
And I believe Billy Joe is being truthful. They probably were both high. We just don't know. I mean, I think that she was on the coke and the weed. I don't know. If Danny was sleeping, I don't believe he was.
Amen.
On coke.
Crime and justice.
Right.
Doesn't that give you? Isn't that an upper?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
So.
It is, but if she's mixing it with the marijuana, then it could potentially have
her nose. If you notice, her nose doesn't look. Her nose and the way her upper lip works, she's a snorter.
Yeah,
right.
She's not a crack snorter. She's just a snorter. She's just straight up the nose. Right. She's like the nosebleed queen.
Right.
Gotta be.
Yeah, that's what one of the neighbors has come out and said, was that the Sesame Street shirt and the black pants or black shorts, whichever it was,
He drowned.
Was found by the FBI. That's why they were checking all the garbage cans in the neighborhood. Remember, I asked that early on, why are they looking in everybody's trash?
Yes, you did. Yes, you did.
But yeah, one of the neighbors said that the clothes were tossed in their garbage can.
I think you're right, Doug. I think that just hit it right on the head right there.
Yeah. The drowning, man. And I think that Billy Joe knows it's a drowning. They're all trying to do the internal cover-up. They have the family spokesperson, Michael. They got Cher trying to throw salt into the game. By the time she even gets out there from Canada, I hope they arrest her for the animal cruelty charges she has for killing 2 cats.
Right.
And abandoning her kids. Maybe if you come out here, Cher, why don't you go see your kids instead of going to a family you don't even know?
Right.
You can't even go take care of your own damn family. Family.
Yeah.
The hell's wrong with you?
How about we do that first,
Yeah, go see your kids first that you haven't seen in 4 years.
As they say, sweep on your own doorstep before you worry about somebody else's.
Exactly. That's
I liked that. That was a good quote. Crime and justice.
Your own doorstep. Take it on your neighbors or something. I don't remember how that goes.
No, we always say sweep on your own doorstep before you worry about somebody else's.
I still don't. I don't think he's in a landfill. I really don't.
Oh, they're gonna get in more trouble. But then, the person that's gonna have the personal texts and the private phone calls that she records everything. Billy Joseph, be careful. Billy Hope.
Right. I agree. Crime and justice with that too.
I'll see what sticks. Whoever said that, you're right. I know that pool is really nasty. And
I don't know, Julia.
Couldn't swim in it either, or even move around.
I try not to know much about her.
Disgusting stuff all over, I'm sure. Because its clothes wouldn't be wet if they were in the bathtub. I mean, come on, you people. Come on.
Right, I mean,
clothes would be wet if he walked out a door that's open and a camera just happens to be shut off. No, they have him drowning on camera, and what they did, they deleted that shit as soon as possible.
Yep.
That's what they did.
And
you know,
right now,
maybe the clothes were put there intentionally to mislead them.
Very possible. Bait and switch type thing. Yeah, I gotcha.
Yeah.
That makes sense. At this point, I don't put anything past any of them, and any one of these people, I don't at all.
No, I don't either. They seem to be sending everybody on a wild goose chase.
They're trying to. Absolutely.
Yeah.
That's very possible, Heather. It is. Very, very possible. There's your answer, Julia. Again, I don't know. I try to stay away from her if I can. Um, I may go watch something if I'm told that something that we're like pretty deep in is going to be involved, but that's really it. I'm not a big fan. Never have been. So
Yeah, no, I just don't go. I stick to the people I trust,
that's
and no,
it. Yep.
like I said, you choose your friends wisely.
Yes. Yes. That's an understatement for sure.
And I'm sorry, I believe I have the best people on YouTube as friends.
Welcome back, Forever
100%.
Trolling. Okay, I'll have to check it out. Thanks, Forever Trolling. I appreciate that. I agree, Lisa. I do. Um, why is she being so sneaky about getting back over here and getting on her can? I don't know. Who knows? Only God knows that one. Who knows what she's done this time? Well, she tried that whole thing with Tony Dodge, and that got shut down. So, you know, who knows? Who knows what she's doing now? Um, yeah, stay away from her. It's definitely not a place to be. I promise you.
Evidence that they collected a lot of stuff from that house. I'm sure they're 10 steps ahead.
No
of
worries
us. They're
for
just down
Forever.
the final phase of finding something. That's it. They just need to find something now, and then they have everything else. I'm pretty sure they have everything else that they need. I'm not gonna lie.
That would
All the stories
definitely
don't match up. We get the news saying that Leilani's making the 520 text from Danny's phone, and then we're hearing Danny's the one making the text, and it's not Leilani because she's sleeping till 9:30 a.m. and you couldn't wake her up in the first place. So how is she making the text? I mean, I don't get it. Everything's been a cluster F since this case started, and it's all been a narrative push.
From day one.
It's been a narrative push since Billy Joe and the family had that gathering.
Right. The family gathering.
Family had a gathering. I would have loved to be a fly on the wall in that place.
Yes, sir.
At that time, and not any more than that time.
No.
that would make sense about why they drained the pool then.
Yeah. Well, they probably want to make sure he wasn't in the drain as well, but
Yeah.
they probably took evidence out of it. I mean, a cadaver dog could hit on the pool. If he died in the pool, the cadaver dog can still hit on the pool, by the way, you guys. Even if
Oh my God.
Wow.
That today.
You're right. Wow, really? It's always the wrong people that get attacked in these cases. Okay, Brandy, thanks for being here. Take care, love. Have a good afternoon. Who was she supposedly bullying? Don't understand that. Oh, okay. Yeah, it's ridiculous.
All right, everybody. Sorry about that. That was Mrs. Dago. She had to take a state board test today that had to be, it was like one of them hardcore, like it had to be done test, and she passed it. So,
Oh, congratulations.
yeah, she was super stressed out, and she had to let me know, and I'm super proud of her. It was hard, very hard test. So, um, she did it.
Good on her.
I knew she would. She's super smart, but we were all kind of nervous about that whole thing. I studied with her for 2 days with it, like all day, all night. That's one of the reasons why I was late today, and so on and so forth. But she did it, so which I knew she would. I'm very proud of her. Anyway,
That's fantastic.
Yes, thank you. I didn't mean to shut this down, but I'm sorry about that.
Oh no, all good. Tell her congratulations from all of us.
I will absolutely. I will absolutely.
Body in there.
I'm sure they did that and found it.
So maybe that's what they were doing with.
That's why they drained the pool.
They were taking water samples.
Thank you, everybody.
It's probably we're probably right on a lot of this stuff. I'm not going to be like, hey, we're right on everything, but a lot of the stuff we're spewing out to you guys makes sense, right? It's not just reaching. It just there's no reaching here. We actually have this audio, right? There's no reaching.
I feel strongly about that. I feel honestly, personally, I ain't gonna lie to you. I feel like there was an accident. I feel like something happened while Quentin was in the bathtub and he drowned. And
there we go. She tells partial truth.
Yep.
Yeah.
She's a Don Wells, man.
And she said, I feel strongly about that too, and that tells me,
Yeah.
She says, I feel because she was told.
Mm-hmm.
Her daughter she's helping her daughter cover this thing, and that's why they become
so guys.
close, good friends again, as opposed to, hey, I want you out of my house 2 days before, and the same day, that this happens to Quentin. They want to make it seem like it's her. I think it's coincidence, and there's no coincidence in true crime usually.
Gotcha, Julia.
The child support thing starting that
no
day,
problems.
The hearing happening that morning is all just coincidence. I think that she was all pissed off, and she did get all effed up. And she was getting effed up to despite her mom, and she got so effed up she might have been in the bathroom doing her thing or whatever she's doing, and doesn't pay attention, and Quentin drowns. She finds him laying face down in the pool. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Gets rid of his clothing. I'm sure she got rid of her clothing too, because she had to get in, or she had to get a pool net to get him in.
Yeah, and she probably panicked and called mom right away.
And if she used the pool net to get him in, then they'll hit on the pool net too. I'm sure they hit. I'm sure the dogs have hit on all this stuff, and that's why they're so sure that he's deceased. I'm sure that's how they know for sure.
Their evidence.
We know there was, they said evidence removed from the home, but we don't know exactly what. So it's entirely possible they could have took things from the pool, like the filter.
It could have been a towel.
Thanks, Daisy.
Yeah, thank you, Daisy. I appreciate that. I'm glad to know that.
I'm telling you, she had to get rid of her clothing too, guys. Come on. She had to get rid of all of her stuff. I'm sure they're gonna find stuff at that in the dump that's hers as well. They're gonna find her clothing as well. I'm sure they're sending for her stuff too. Right? Because if they find her stuff, then they find his stuff.
Yeah. Like I said, I think that she probably came and called Billy Ho. And because Billy Hill is the one that left her with the child, she knew automatically she was in trouble. So that's why she's working with her, and they're working together to cover this up.
I agree, Miss
Kelly. Yes, that's true. That's a fact. They are telling themselves.
Little by little.
Yep.
I just wish they would just give it up and come out and tell the truth, because at the end of the day, they're going to get called anyway.
Mm-hmm.
The proposal would say, was the pool in the accident area? We'll just keep it simple. I don't want to get too gruesome here. I don't want to get too nasty. I still want to respect Quentin and respect him in the afterlife, because he deserves that, right?
Billy Ho? That is her name. That's what I call her.
Like this is so different than the Kylie Rock.
I think I was the first one to call her that too.
They sat there for hours, and
she is what she is.
All day long,
and her daughter's the same, like mother, like daughter.
Really, they just talk long enough, and if someone talks long enough, you tell on yourself. Yep. That's why they say in business, the first person to talk loses.
Billy Ho down.
Because if somebody comes in to buy something from my store,
Billy Ho and Lies Lonnie.
Right? If I say, hey, how you doing? What are you looking for? Right? And he just tells me one thing, instead of telling me, I'm not sure. I'm maybe looking for this or maybe looking for that.
Okay, Trophy.
Sell them everything. Right?
My phone was going off last night in his stream too, the damn thing.
I don't know why it keeps going off.
Irritating.
Sorry about that, guys.
It was irritating. Right. Sorry. That's all. It's just loud on my end.
I almost threw it across the room last night, and here it is again doing it. It's such an irritating phone. Even when I turn it down, I had to go into the settings last night and shut everything off for it to shut up. It's ridiculous. It's a new phone. I don't like it.
I know every time it rang, I nearly hit the roof. I swear to God, you had to peel me off the ceiling.
It's so loud, too. That's the thing. Here's the thing. If I turn it all the way down, of course, I can't hear anything. If I turn it, there is no happy medium. It's either loud or nothing. So it's ridiculous. Lot lizard, Lonnie. I kind of like that too.
I like that.
That's a good one, Crime
Justice. That was
Lot lizardly Lonnie and Billy Ho to the rescue.
Crime and Justice has been on a roll the last week.
I know her comedy
come out with some really good.
Yes.
Yeah.
Her comedy and her one-liners, they've been hilarious.
Yep.
I mean, you guys, why do you think that her Billy Ho's initials are BJ? Come on now. Very fitting.
Oh, I'm done.
Because those are only two homes. And Paul's home too, but where's Paul in all this? Maybe Paul goes out to smoke.
You're more than welcome to come up here anytime, trophy wife, to let it out.
Just goes in and forgets to close the door. I don't know what Paul.
It's all in the name. That's right, Crime and Justice.
No, we've not heard anything about him or from him. So.
Billy Ho How.
He pulled his record too. It wasn't too bad.
Almost sounds like a female serial killer name. Billy Joe Howe. The Lot Lizard and BJ.
What did you see on Facebook?
I just saw like stuff between him and Billy O and stuff like that, back and forth.
Well, give me an example. Give me an example, so I know what you're
talking about them. So
I will say that too. I said that last night. That's what we're talking about right there. I went looking for pictures and like Facebooks and stuff like that and stuff like, and I did notice that Danny seemed to be more interactive with the lizard, or more interactive with the kids than the lizard was. And he was rolling around and laughing and playing. And I mean, they looked happy together. And of course, the lizard's over in the corner taking pictures, probably too high to be able to get involved, I guess you could say, because she's a POS that doesn't care for her kids. I don't like this woman, if you guys haven't been able to tell.
Not at all.
Yeah, we saw it. It's a light refraction, Crime and Justice. It's a joke. Doug was in here this morning when I first started, early when I first started, said the same thing too, and a bunch of other people have. It's just a light refraction is all it is. But yeah, okay, that was bad. I don't know what just happened, but I completely forgot everything for a second. Sorry.
You're right.
It's all good. But back to the video. Sorry, guys.
Do it yourself.
He doesn't have the same look that they have.
It's a serious brain fart.
In his picture, just looking at the I mean, you can't tell by a picture, obviously.
Oh, I know they are. They're going to anything they can do to get views. Crime and Justice. You know how that goes. Twent. Wait. Whoa. Wait a minute, guys. Stop the press. Back up. Hold the hell on for a second. So many. Did you say the word twent? Please tell me that I can use that word from here on out. Twent.
Okay, I'm on the ceiling.
One moment, guys. Hello?
Peel me off the ceiling.
All right. 1 second, guys. Hello, you are live with the Dago and Lisa. How are you? You won. Okay, I guess good enough to hang up on me. Cool.
What did you do, Dago?
I didn't do nothing. I'm calling you back. You want to call me and hang up? Ah! I'm just kidding. That's probably some kind of a mistake. Twunt. I love the word twunt. That's two words blended together. I love that, Torty. That's hilarious. And that is what they are, twunts. Hold on, I'm calling you back, Trophy.
Hey, Betsy. I can't make it to the phone right now.
Oh.
Leave me a message.
Now you're not going to answer me? Are you pranking me? You're pranking me, aren't you? Pranking me because I said twunt. Is she pranking me because I said, or is she trying to call me maybe? We'll try it one more time.
Oh, God, I didn't recognize you the first time.
You just called me.
I know, I'm so stupid.
No, you're not stupid. What is up?
What's up, Lisa? I love you, Lisa. What's up?
Not much, love. Thank you.
Let's have it, Trophy. What's up?
Oh, my good Lord. Well, first of all, welcome to the Brain Fart Club.
Oh, that was funny, wasn't it?
No, I can still relate.
I think I was abducted for a minute by aliens and nobody saw it. That's what I think happened because I was really not here for literally 30 seconds.
Yeah. Well, let me just say that I grew up in a high school where it was very well, it was very interracial, all different people, places, and sizes. And
Me too.
Leilani to me is like about every fifth girl that I went to high school with. Bitch was having babies with 3 different people, and there was a girl, she was pregnant every year of school. So the drugs mixed with the serious mental health issues. I mean, I think BJ is, trying to BJ the media, and
show enough.
I don't know. I mean, she's like a little hooker. Literally, she was taking cash for sex. That's a hooker.
That came out of her own boyfriend's mouth.
Yeah. Yep.
That is, well, like mother, like daughter. I mean, come on.
Right. Yeah, she taught her everything, including how to do drugs and prostitute and be everything you can possibly be, to be a nasty, vile, almost unhuman being.
Right. Well, the only thing that makes them human is that they breathe oxygen, or they steal oxygen from the rest of us.
Right.
That's the only thing that makes them.
That.
Yeah.
Yeah, so. I like that. God bless America. I just, there's so many things that could have happened. Unfortunately, I don't believe he's in the landfill. I think that's a ruse.
Me too.
And I'm not sure where they put him, but and then I question, well, was she telling the truth about the bathtub? Well, that's what I think happened. Well, she was a lot more straightforward with that than she was in that news thing.
Well,
out
sure.
In front of the house,
Right. Well, and I said this last night when Doug said what he said. I think the bathtub sounds more real, like it sounds less neglectful. Like, oh, he drowned in the bathtub. You know what I'm saying? And they're probably figuring they're going to get more charges for him drowning in the swimming pool when they were supposed to be watching him. As in, they've seen kids drown in the bathtub before. I'm sorry. I mean, either way, she's still a stupid twunt and let her child drown either way. So.
Did you say twunt?
I did. I love that word now. That's a new word for me. Somebody put it out here and I about fell out of my chair. I love it. So.
I am so in love with that.
Isn't it a great word? It is you can't really say the C word because it's highly disrespectful, and I wouldn't say it. But, and I don't want to say the T word because it's kind of disrespectful to me too. But put them together, it's like it's a super word.
That's a super word.
Especially describing these two shitiots.
Right.
Twunt. They're twunts. Doug's gonna love it.
Unfortunately, I mean, didn't she just go through like a custody battle with Bubba?
I don't know if that actually ever happened. I know that she said Bubba wasn't around for welcome, sweet Melissa. Wasn't around for however long, and I don't know if that was due to him or her. We don't know that yet.
But sorry,
What?
didn't he say when they interviewed him that he would arrange to see him and she wouldn't let him see him?
I thought that's what was said.
Yeah. Sorry.
Well, doesn't it make sense that he would drown in the bathtub right before you got to start paying? Because that's what I heard. I heard she had to pay.
Well, yeah.
A certain date.
Yeah. And it was also said that if he were to pass away, that's $50 less on child support, which is absolutely disgustingly ridiculous. But in her mentality, the stupid twant that she is, I'm going to say it all day.
Yeah, man.
I can see her thinking that way.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Drug money.
This little bitch is diabolical.
Uh-huh.
I mean, it's like, well, and like you said, she learned it from her mama.
Well, I mean, when your mother wears a jockstrap, you got to learn something from them. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I think that there might be a dildo underneath there, too.
But well.
A strap on, at least.
Or there could be something permanently attached. You never know.
That's right. That's right. Well, the way her jaw was moving back and forth, I mean, I'm a former drug addict. I am a drug addict. I'm in recovery.
Congratulations.
Thank you. I got 12 years clean, and it means the world to me. And
absolutely,
I can spot another addict a mile away.
I've seen plenty of them myself. And yeah, her jaw was going all over even the interview with her and her impish boyfriend or husband, whatever he is, whoever that guy was. They were both on something. Their jaws were loaded all over the place that day during the interview with those two. So yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you can spot that from a mile away. You know, and I think I'd like to know where they get all this powder from that they're doing because
well, apparently they have it brought in on gigantic toy trucks.
Yeah.
Like toy movers.
Yeah.
Yeah. Here's your cigarettes, and they give you about 5 cartons of those, maybe 6. They give you your Coke, and they give you this, and they give you that, and you're set up. All you gotta do is kill kids now.
The cigarettes is
it's ridiculous.
She smokes.
Ridiculous. I'm really upset about the fact that they let her. I mean, she was in the courtroom.
Mm-hmm. And they let her walk.
Is there no way that a judge can go, hey, wait a minute, what's going on? You have a missing child. Da 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 da. You know, maybe I don't want to let you go. I mean, was that conversation had? We don't even know.
I don't know. I was hoping that it would have been. I was surprised to watch her walk out of the courtroom. I was praying that she wasn't going to walk out. But from what I understand, somebody in here in the chat lives in Georgia. There is some type of a no-hold law in Georgia, I guess, that you cannot, on suspicion, you can't hold on suspicion or whatever. See, here in Ohio, you can. But and that alone that's the best word for it, Heather. It's mind-boggling to me. It really is mind-boggling. Now it says
this whole case, as far as I'm concerned, this whole case is a mind fuck in itself.
Yes,
because there's so many people talking.
Yeah.
You know, at least when we were dealing with the Dylan Rounds case,
nobody was talking.
We had a lot of people we were looking at.
Right.
But you couldn't get anybody to say anything, you know?
Unfortunately, that's true. That's true.
You know? So, I don't know. It's just, that's really frustrating to me about, you know, I mean, I get what kind of person she is. I've been around people like that my whole life. I think everybody has.
Yeah, I know them too.
But to add that mental twist onto the drugs and then have your mommy back you up on that shit, come on.
Right. Well, and here's the thing is I kind of figured out sometime last week that I believe that she probably has the mentality of a 14 or 15-year-old girl as well.
Sure.
So, I mean, the interview was kind of, that helped show that too, because the way she talks and acts and the fake crying bullshit and everything else, you know. I mean,
I said I haven't seen that better acting since JS was on No Thanks.
yeah.
I'm serious.
Yeah.
I have not seen better acting since that night.
Right. I know exactly what you're talking about too.
Yep.
You know, and you know what it really reminded me of? Susan Smith.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Where this whole thing came from, the whole, you know, crime and true crime, and I got into it then.
Yep.
And I was like, there's something very wrong.
Oh yeah.
Very wrong with this,
yeah.
You know, and that's we all know it. But God, I just the going to the bar and the laughing and the joking. What? I mean, are you trying to trash so she'll confess? And then are you going to turn on your own kid, and then you've got 2 children murdering in jail?
I mean, all in the family.
Oh. I don't think she'll turn on her unless they go to arrest her.
I don't think with what Lisa just said, I think she's right. I don't think that Billy Ho will turn on her unless Billy Ho is going to get arrested. If she can get out of getting arrested by, you know, testifying against her, then she'll do that. I can see that happen.
Yep.
Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense.
They're both trash. The whole family's trash.
Complete and total trash. I mean, I don't.
Yes.
Christine Rose said, you need to get up there and get on the panel so you can knock them out, and that's what you do. And I'm like fucking speechless, dude.
There's not. I know.
I don't know what.
It's hard. It's
They're
hard.
Sick.
It is. This is one of the most disgusting.
Yeah.
Utterly, it does leave you speechless. Nobody knows what the hell to say to this because, I mean, they're shocking. Okay, they're shocking. And then there's these twins, because this goes a level above shocking to me, to be able to sit, like, I mean, the whole go into the bar and that bullshit. Then the interview, they're very cocky and very confident. That pisses me off. And it just keeps getting worse and worse and worse. The whole thing the other night where Billy Joe and her funky girlfriend were going to go out there and beat somebody's ass or whatever that was. Like, really?
Was that not Leilani?
No, Leilani was back behind the fence, staying away from it for whatever reason.
The girl in the blue shirt was Poe's friend.
Yeah.
She's also called a associate. She's an associate.
Associate? Okay.
A hoe and an associate. So she's a associate.
Oh, okay, let me say that again. An associate. Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah.
So it was Billy Ho and an associate.
Yeah.
There were 2 twunts, and then the dumb twunt was behind the fence, staying back out of the way. So that, okay, gotcha.
Are we allowed to call her the M word?
The N word?
M. Murder.
Oh, I won't, just because I was gonna say I definitely can't call her a mother. No.
No. Yeah.
And I won't say that word. I want to, but I won't, just because I don't know. You know what I mean?
Sure.
But I will call her a twant and an idiot.
Yeah, twant is where it's at right now, dude. I'm telling you.
I love the word. It's great. Yes.
I love that. I'm going to spread it to all my PTO moms.
Yes. Yes. Thank you so much. Where'd she go? Let me see. Back up here. Where's it at? Who was it, Heather? I know who it was. I just can't find. I have to look at the name again because I'm in La La Land right now. Tortitude. That's it. Thank you, Tortitude.
Tortitude did that? I love it.
Yes, that was Tortitude's word. You just.
Okay, so as long as we shared that Tortitude taught us this new word.
Yes.
You know, get the word. Yeah, she started it.
She did. And you know what?
Word.
I may even, when I do these t-shirts we were talking about, it may go on the back of my t-shirts. I'm sorry.
Oh, fantastic.
I love it.
Twant Club.
Yes. Don't become a part of the Twant Club.
No, a twant investigator, I guess.
Yes, we're. That's a good one. Yeah. And I think Doug is going to love this word too.
Oh yeah, I'm sure he will.
He'll make it sound even better.
Oh, Doug is fresh.
And we definitely do not want to be associated with twants.
No. That is bad news.
You do not. You do not want to be associated with twants.
No.
Because I think that would make you a twant by association.
Yeah. Or a twant buddy.
Or a twant buddy.
Twant buddy.
So, yes.
Fantastic.
They need skirts with a cape attached. Print on the ST on the front of them. Yes. I love it. Yes, Crime and Justice.
Yeah.
You are on.
I love crime. I was going to say I need to shout out to Crime and Justice because she shouted out to me on the chat. And a whole bunch of people did. I love you people.
Absolutely. We love having you here.
I
appreciate you calling in, too.
Yes. Well, if you listen to my message I left you, I was like, yeah, I need to come up on panel like with video because I'm having a great hair day.
You should. You absolutely should. The link, I can drop the link for you. You're more than welcome. I've told that to all you guys. And anytime, the link is right there in the chat. Just click on it and have a way at it.
Nice.
Absolutely. Yes. I like your approach too. I love it.
My approach?
Yes. You have no holds barred. I love that. I love it.
Yeah. I get that from my daddy. That and the good hair.
Nothing wrong with that at all.
Yep. You should come up and show us your hair.
I have never, ever, I don't know. I mean, some, times in my life I've been outspoken and really, honestly, this was like the best thing for me when I found TruCrime on YouTube. It was like, oh my God, I could totally say how I feel,
Oh yeah, absolutely.
And then so. And the only person that I want to hurt, and it'll make me have bad karma, but
well, we can't. Yeah, that's the thing is you can't actually hurt these people or these twants, right. But you can talk about how bad they are and how you don't want to be associated with them and all of that stuff. Okay, we can do all of that. So
how about Billy Ho coming out? And by the way, that name reminds me of like if she were a pirate. Just imagine her in a pirate costume. She's like, Billy Ho! I don't know why.
That was great. I love it. Yeah.
That was good.
What about her coming out and
matey,
talking shit to Betty?
I would love to see those two. I would love to see those two get into a fist fight. I'm sorry.
What the fuck is that? I mean, she went to the babysitter all raring to go, like that woman's gonna get up in a scrap. I mean, for God's sake, she had to set down her Bible to get the woman out of her room.
She knew she wasn't gonna go back at her. That's why she did it.
Right. And then she's like, I'm getting a lawyer on Monday. Honey, you better call him today.
I think Bullhorn Piggy would give her a run for her money. I really do.
Yeah.
I really do. Yeah. She knew that Diane wasn't going to do anything because she's not that person. So that's why she acted that way with her.
Yep.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think if she were to strap the jock strap on and get herself all secured out in the road there, she could do it. They would fight head to head, and I think she'd give her a run for her money, truthfully.
Deal is, I think she's got more family up in that crib that would have her back. I mean, if it went into like an outsider's brawl where it was like, socias versus,
Yeah, the greasers, I got you.
Greasers. I mean, I think Ho would have...
They'd come out of the
pool.
they come out of the
fucking woodwork.
Out of the trees, out of the pool, or they'd just crawl out everywhere.
Yeah. Yeah.
I agree.
Me
Cousins,
too.
brothers, sisters. I'm sure they're all related that way anyway.
Right.
All right, Miss Heather. Thank you for everything today. Great job as always. Love you. I'll see you
Thanks,
soon.
Heather. Bye, Heather.
And the thing that cracks me up, I was thinking about this. Be right back. Buddy is trying to cook dinner. Okay, interesting. Good to know, Crime and Justice. They moved from a trailer into that house. So I'm sure the inside of the, okay, I don't want to say what I was going to say because nothing against anybody that lives in a trailer. I'm not trying to say that. But they went from that trailer park, I believe, that is down there by where that receptacle that the garbage goes in, dumpster. Yeah, sorry about that.
Dumpster.
I think from what I understand that she lived in that trailer park and then moved to this house. So how, I don't know, whatever. I'm just saying that I'm sure when she moved from there, it seems like she has the entire family living with her at some points and times in her life. So
are you talking about Billy Ho?
Yeah, Billy Ho.
Okay.
Has lived in that trailer park supposedly, or a trailer park. I may be wrong. So, and I know she's got there's another boy that's of hers that's been in that house that nobody's seen him come outside alive since this all started. So I don't even know if he exists anymore. They say, what is it? Phil, what the hell was his name? Philip? No.
But he's in jail for murder, right? Is
There's
there another one?
There's another one.
One of them. Yeah.
See?
Oh God.
Yeah, he was 15 when he murdered somebody.
I know. That's what I mean. Like, where is he? I have not seen nor heard nothing about him coming in and out of that house, speaking. And then there's Michael. That's another one. Where'd he come from?
Right.
There's lots of people living in that house.
The one of them is 21 or just turned 21 or something.
That's the one I was talking about that she had said she was so proud of on Facebook for turning 21 and passing his GED. And
yeah,
great job, bud. He's the first one to get a high school education in the whole family with his GED.
Wow.
Trash.
Wait a minute. Billy Ho doesn't have a GED?
Do you think she does?
No, I don't. I think she has an underwater welder certificate, which I can do because I've gone to the University of Google.
Yeah.
No, it's not easy. It's not easy. I'm serious. But, yeah, that's all she's got. That's all she's got.
Well, if she has that, she probably lied about graduating high school because everything else she said is a lie. And you can print out a high school diploma. I could do it right now if you want me to.
Sure.
You know what I'm saying? So she could have done that. And then, unless they dig deeper and they want actual transcripts, that's how she's going to get caught. But at this point, who knows if she's even going to have a job, because once they see all this bullshit that's going around, they may not want to be associated with her if we're lucky. Thank you for ever trolling. I appreciate that. Yeah, these people are trash. 100%.
Sorry.
That's okay. Sounds cool, whatever you're listening to.
Slow sounds of the 70s.
Funky.
Yeah, sorry.
All good. It's all good. I got it.
I don't know. Do you want to know my thoughts?
Absolutely.
On the video?
Whatever you want to talk about, my dear.
Oh my goodness. Okay, so
I
was listening earlier, and then
1 second.
Someone was like, okay.
I'm going to let you go ahead and get started, and I will be right back, so just keep right on talking, okay?
Okay.
Trophy Wife, you still there?
All right, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Okay. You muted her, didn't you?
I did, accidentally.
Can you hear me now?
We can hear you now. Go for it.
I'll stop fucking around. So I watched the video after I was watching this morning, and I was watching earlier in the live feed, And sorry, I'm getting ready to go through this music. 1 second. Try to get
You're right.
All right. A little Dionne Warwick for everybody. So I couldn't figure out what everybody was talking about because I've been sick for the last 2 days. So I had no idea that there was a video where there was a ghost. I don't want to say it, but baby Quentin's ghost.
Yes.
And I don't know how to feel about it because I absolutely love that shit, that paranormal. Ooh, this might be a ghost.
Mm-hmm.
That might check this out. And, you know, just to freak out my husband, I'll be like, look at this, you know?
Yep.
But I kind of like don't want to feel cool with it because it's Quentin. They're saying it's Quentin.
It's a light reflection. It's a light reflection. 100% it's a light reflection. If you look, when the car drives past, the light reflects also. You'll see it over near where you see what you think is Quentin. But it's because whatever they're filming with, there's light facing into that camera. And, of course, cameras have mirrors in it. And it's reflecting the light back, but also reflecting Dolly walking back. It's just smaller because of the reflection. Unfortunately.
Well, like I said, I mean, I would love to be like, oh my God, Lisa, have you seen it? But at the same time, I don't want to tell anybody. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not feeling that. It's just strange. No. I don't know.
No.
I mean, I hope that
people are going to believe what they want to believe.
It looked like someone inside the house scanning the grass line. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Or whatever. I'm not even, but I believe you. It's a light fraction, right?
It's a light refraction, or a light refraction, and then it reflects. So yes.
Yeah.
Because if you watch it, I watched it 4 or 5 times, and I reversed it, watched it backwards, forward, blah 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 blah. It stops when he stops, and when he goes past the area there, it's done. So it's definitely not what they said it was by any means.
But I mean, the three of us know that and believe that, and I'm sure people in chat understand that. But is it wrong to push that that's a ghost?
For in this circumstance, sorry, go ahead, Lisa.
If you legitimately know that it's like reflection, that it's reflecting and bouncing back off the source of what you're videoing with, then yes. If you don't legitimately know, however, there are people that do photography that would pick that up straight away. Mm-hmm. Because anybody that does photography knows light sources and what reflects and what doesn't reflect. So if you were unsure or you believed it was that, me personally, I would have had it checked first.
Right. I only picked it up because I've been a ghost hunter for over almost 12 years, and I've looked at that and debunked those I don't know how many times.
That's what I thought. I thought you had done that.
Yeah, and that's the first thing when I saw it, I said, wait a minute. I mean, it looks trippy. I'm not gonna lie, it looks really good. If you wanted to fake somebody out, that's the best way to do it. And the whole situation in itself is perfect for it, okay? But it's nothing more than a refracted light reflection is all it is.
And see, I've done ghost hunting for years. I do photography, so I know reflections and what bounces, what doesn't bounce.
If you notice, okay, let me say this too. I've seen videos. I've never actually personally seen an apparition.
Yeah.
Okay. But I've seen videos of apparitions that were recorded. That had nothing, there was no shape to that. It was just a stream of light up and down. Okay. And it moved right along with Dolly as he moved down the road. Okay. It kind of came down and then it kind of followed, and it was coming off that giant light that he had. Okay. And it was refracting through the other lights and the windows and shit like that, all that crap that was there. That's how they do, how can I, like, mirrors and lights and stuff. That's how people do what looks like holographic ghosts and stuff like that. They do that a lot. Okay.
Yep.
So as soon as he came down and passed that area, it was gone. If you noticed, when he got past the windows and stuff, it was gone. So
because the light he was holding in his hand was reflecting into whoever was videoing that, and it was reflecting into that video source.
Right.
That's why you had that ghost light looking.
Yes.
Little boy.
There was no shape to it whatsoever. It was just a straight up and down stream of light. There was no shape. So
Right.
So it irritates me that they're trying to. Again, it irritates me because they're taking the attention away from what they're there for in the first place.
Right.
Okay.
That's exactly what I'm talking about. Is this right? I don't know.
I'm irritated about it. This is about Quentin once again. Not about a damn ghost. Not about anything else. It's about Quentin. And if that's going to get him... I've never had big problems with Dolly. This irritates me with him, though, because he knows what he's doing. It's going to give him views and make him more money, and that's why he's pushing it, in my opinion. Just saying.
That is just excuse me. That is just so crazy. I mean, it would be one thing if he was known to be a ghost hunter.
Right.
The other thing is he could wait 6 months and say, hey, I just want to show you guys what I saw.
Exactly.
Wait 6 months. You know what I mean? Like,
it doesn't even have to be 6 months. Doesn't even have to be 6 months.
Right.
But you could have it checked by a professional photographer first, too.
Right. Exactly.
It's disheartening.
I hope he does too, Christine. I really does. I hope he sees it for what it is, and I hope he retracts it. I really do. Then I won't lose faith in him then. If he keeps going with it, and he keeps going with it, and he carries it on longer, and he makes more out of it, I'm going to have more of a problem with it. Not that he cares, but I do. So.
Right.
So be it.
People are still going to believe what they want to believe.
Absolutely.
And
they're going to want to... Go ahead.
Sorry. Auto-suggestion plays a huge role.
Oh, my God, yes. And people are going to want to believe this. You understand that?
Yeah.
They want to believe these things. They want to see this. They want this to be what it is because for whatever reason, it makes it okay. And I am highly, highly, highly against that, especially in this scenario. This is a little boy's life. And that's all there is to it.
Yeah.
Yep.
Period. So, I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I like Dolly. I'm not like, die hard, like buying soaps and shit. I'm not like that.
Right.
I listen to a lot of people. And if they start knocking on somebody I care about, then I just turn it off.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Which is the way that all of these Summer Wells and all this massive boom of YouTubers came up for the Summer Wells case. It was because, hey, let's start a fight.
Yep.
You don't love her as much as I love her. You don't want to find her as much as I want to find her.
Oh, God,
that kind of shit. And then get into their personal lives and shit. Man, if you don't like what a channel is saying, turn the channel.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
That's it.
Like I said, there's people. Doug is my very good friend. He is my friend outside of YouTube.
Right.
But if I listen to somebody and they're talking shit about Doug, then I stop watching it.
Sure.
And I don't call them and say, "Oh my God, such and such." You know what I mean?
Right.
Yep.
I don't know. I'm a firm believer of what other people think about me is not my business.
I feel the same way. I could care less.
Same.
Which is a tangled web, because I think I am the shit. Take a big whip.
That's great. That's great that you have that confidence in yourself. Absolutely. Yeah, I've never cared what anybody thinks about me, which is probably my downfall, since I'm a live streamer. You know, I should probably care what people think of me, but I don't. So
right.
It is what it is.
Tell you what, giving a shit
Too
what
old to
people
care.
thought about me is why I was a drug addict from the age of 14.
I gotcha.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Yes,
so
ma'am.
It was like I always wanted to keep up with the Joneses.
Sure.
And be cool in like every single group in high school, you know, but I don't know, man. I don't know. It's crazy.
I get it. I do.
Turn the channel. That's what I say.
It is. It's a fact. If you don't like it, change it. You don't have to stay there. Nobody has you stuck in there, okay?
Right.
I'll never understand that.
That's a mess.
Oh, Lord. I didn't even realize it.
How long you been on, man?
Yeah, I just noticed that. 3 hours and 20 some minutes. I'm probably going to have to shut down because my family's home now, so.
Well, and only one brain part?
Only one. Yeah, only one. Surprising, isn't it?
Baby.
Yes. That is a fact too, Squirrel. I did see that part of it. He also listed about 10 things he needs to have.
Oh, geez.
And I don't like that either.
Oh, geez.
They're making killer money out there.
You know they are.
Yes, they both talked about, they talked around it. I'll say that.
100% crime justice. 100%.
No, Miss Joy Perry, I did not. I wish I would have. That would have been great, but I didn't. So either way, yeah, that's what they both talk about all the time, and they know what they're making. We know what they're making. They're very popular people at this point, so be it. Whatever. So be it.
Just like the way people think about me, you make money the way you need to, and I'll make money the way I need to.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? And don't worry about my checkbook.
That's right.
You know.
That's right.
Fuck that.
That's your business.
I've got a potty mouth, just so you know. I really love the F word, like really love the F word.
So do I.
It's so much so that I will stick it in between syllables. Be like, let's go get a hot fucking dog.
Yes, I've done that too, and it. Believe me, before I started getting into the true crime more, it was every other word out of my mouth. It's been very hard to train myself to not say it, so I'm working on it. I slip every now. When I get mad is when you'll hear it. But I'm not
helping you at all. Then am I?
Oh, it's okay. I have self-control.
Like I said, I have to go into the PTO in that frame of mind, and I did that like really early with all of her classmates. I just made sure that the mom knew that I was the fun mom, and I'm fucking crazy. So
that's all good. You gotta be nowadays.
Well, she's my only one. I'm spoiling the shit out of her. I don't care what anybody says.
There's nothing wrong with that. I have a last one that we spoil. He's 16 out of 7, so that he's spoiled rotten. And I have grandkids that are spoiled too, so I understand it.
You do not have grandkids.
I have 6.
Shut your mouth.
Okay, but I do.
Oh my God, that's awesome.
I have 7 children, 6 grandkids. I had to be good at something.
And I have 6 children and 13 grandchildren.
Yep.
How many?
13.
13 grandchildren and 6 children.
I didn't know you had 13. Good. Congratulations.
That's awesome. That's really awesome.
It is. I'm still alive after 7 kids.
Oh, you give me hope.
That's a feat. And 5 of them were boys. Take that on. That's yeah.
No.
It was an experience. I'll put it that way.
Yeah.
All of this is all well earned. I'll tell you that much.
That's right.
Like this.
Yeah. Yes.
All right, guys. I love you so much. Thanks for letting me come up.
Anytime. Please do it again. I enjoyed it very much.
Me too.
You are welcome anytime you're here. Please, please. And I'd love to have you on the panel as well. So. All right.
I'll do it, especially if it's a good hair day.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
All right. Talk to you guys soon. Thanks.
All right, Trophy. Thanks again.
Bye.
Bye-bye. All right, everybody. Yeah, I just realized I've been going half the day now. So, it was a good stream, though. I'm very, very pleased with it. Thank you, Lisa, as always.
You're welcome.
We made some good points. We did. We talked about some things. Again, I got a re-review of what Doug did. Thank you guys all for being here and being involved. I learned a great word today. I love it. I love it. I love
Me
that
too.
word. It's a perfect word for those two specifically. So,
yep.
So thanks, you
guys.
Yes.
Thank
guys.
you for having me. I love you and leave you till Absolutely. I see you probably on the next live of Doug's.
Yes.
Take
Hopefully.
care, everyone.
I will make it to one of yours. I promise you. I absolutely do.
It's all good. It's all good.
Yes, ma'am.
Bye.
Thank you once again. Love you. All right. And everybody else, once again, moderators, amazing job. Miss Heather's gone now, but amazing job as always. I love you guys. Great job with everything, everybody. Again, everybody, thank you for the super chat, super stickers. Anybody that may have donated to the PayPal and or Cash App, thank you for that as well. I love you guys. It was a great stream. I enjoyed myself. Thank you once again, Trophy Wife, for calling in. I loved it. It's great having Lisa up here with me. I'm still taking applications, guys. I'm working on it to get my co-host up here, so we will get it eventually. And again, to the twunts of America, don't do it, guys. It's not worth it. These two here, trash. I'm sorry. And again, I think we figured it out, guys. I think Doug hit the nail right on the head yesterday with that. I really do. I feel comfortable with it. I do. So thank you, Mr. No Thanks. Crime and Justice, always a pleasure. Thank you for being here. Both you guys. Everybody in here. Squirrel, Bonnie, Yvonne, Veronica, Julia, Daisy, Christine Rose, Miss Lisa Odom. So many of you guys. I love you guys to death. I really do. Thank you so much for what you do for my channel, for supporting me. All of it, guys. I love you guys. I will see you guys soon. And don't forget, everybody, to make sure that you love yourselves and love each other, because that's all we got, guys. Have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.